2025. Ladies and gentlemen, via LSTV1 viewers, home and abroad, welcome to the land of peace where talents are produced. Welcome to Banyaka, Combo South to be precise. And of course, I am Salih Jallo from Capital FM. And today I will, of course, put this live on LSTV. I am, of course, a native of this beautiful town here in Combo South, Banyaka to be precise. This is my place and this is my land. This is our land as well. Those viewers, those in abroad, diaspora, Banyaka faithfuls in the diaspora, thank you very much for promoting Ghetto football. And of course, it is the league final sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang, the first ever league final that is sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang. And with me is, of course, a gentleman that was with the previous sport committee and, of course, has been a very important member in the quest of promoting Ghetto football in this vicinity. And his name is Sidi Kamara. He refused to be given Jallo. He said Kamara is always a Kamara. And the signing Sidi is also a Ghana fan. But according to him, what happens in Paris stays in Paris. So we're in Banyaka once again. Mr. Sidi, good to be back in this beautiful ground. For the first time ever, LSTV is taking you through in this grand finale here. And we thank Pafati and, of course, Usman as well. Mr. Sidi, good to be back. Home, sweet home.
Thank you, Salih. I first of all thank you for covering this final live on LSTV. Together with my special friend Parliament Fati of LSTV, a television I have been following back in the days. And welcome to Banyaka village.
You're part of the top followers. The top followers of LSTV.
Number one fan.
Number one fan. It is Colombia.
And then I must emphasize, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It is, of course, a green ghetto. The holders against Colombia, a side that is established less than 2 years in 2 finals. That is just historic. One of the youngest teams to send the 2 finals in a row. And of course, Green Ghetto formed in 2018. They are married to 2 trophies. 2017 rather. They are married to trophies. That is a knockout and the league. But this is a special final to be precise. That is why we say it is made to be remembered. Sidi, you are part of the previous sport committee, part of the being the secretary, and of course the ins and outs when it comes to financial muscles in the sport committee in the quest of promoting Ghetto football in Banyaka. And then you are part of the people, the Council of Elders that formed the Banyaka town team that participated in the Combo South District 20 under the president of Mr. Bojang. But take us through the development of Ghetto football here in Banyaka.
Thank you, Salih. First of all, let me take you back to history. Myself, Sidi Kamara, standing here. I've been involved in the Banyaka's Youth and Sports Development Committee since 2002.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I can remember back in the days, we were 3 who were the sport committee, active sport committee members who normally organize Nawetans here.
Was that during the days of Dad?
Yeah, I can say before that. Because you see this mango tree?
Yes, I'm seeing it, but the viewers are not seeing it. You will see it later.
Yeah, this mango tree, myself and the late Tahiro Jata, we were the one who planted this mango tree in 2002.
Tahiro, yeah.
Tahiro Jata, we call him Man. I think you remember him.
Yes, sir.
He who passed away maybe 6 years back. Myself, him, and Father Mus, Balamusa, the teacher. We were the ones who normally organize sports here in the Banyaka. And then...
You mean Balamusa, the referee now?
No, not the referee. Father Mus, the brother to the alcalde.
Now I understand.
The teacher.
Yes.
Yes, we were one of the those people who are responsible for sports back in the days in 2002. And then again in 2017, I was elected as an executive to the sports committee, as an auditor to the sports committee. And then after serving 1 term, I decided to quit and give chance to the young ones to come up and also do their quota.
But many said, Mr. Sidi, many said you left the stage early in the quest of promoting Ghetto football in Banyaka as the auditor who is married with financial, accolades, along the route. They said you left the stage early as the auditor of the sales sport committee. What is your response to that?
Yes, I left earlier. It's just me who left, but in the background, behind the scenes, I'm working tirelessly to make sure that the sport is developed. The reason why I quit is because I am also an executive member of the VDC as a treasurer. So I am the one responsible for pulling out the financial muscles.
That is the Village Development Committee.
So I am also very instrumental in making sure that we support the sports committee financially. So more or less it's the same.
Well, you are wearing two caps, and you are really helping the sport committee from distance. But
and also the diaspora. I'm also one of the coordinators and executive member of our diaspora association. I am also working in the background, behind the scenes, mobilizing funds from the diaspora, people in the diaspora to support the sports committee. Even the Banyaka United team, I'm one of those people who will take it upon ourselves to mobilize funds through our diaspora community.
Well, to focus in this final today that is sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang, have you reached out to the people in the diaspora in the quest of course, supporting the state sport committee in this big day, this final today?
Yes, Salu, we have reached out to them. They are one of the reasons why we are watching live on LSTV.
Wow. Many thanks to the people in the diaspora then. Thank you very much.
The diaspora, under the leadership of Mr. President Yahaya Sonko and the executive, we are saying a big thank you for sponsoring this live coverage.
Can you say that in Jola?
Nyomre saw mi kari diaspora Josh will kokotate the final yasi Banyaka league final e club yankone mi green Ghetto kori Colombia kone jobu kaya jor so kujala leso kujala jo LSTV comme ça lu jalo mi jaso as o atiri suke kori pa fati aki
man sen papa la xam ngeen ko
yeah so kujala jo puru ka cover e ma jewe live so mi kari diaspora njomre ko abaraka njomre ko jarama njomre ko abaraka mi rekatule mi rekane mi sey e sankawul wanji jomu nyeso reji bad parce que daman hal dana lesen miul e ma jewe la tengol e cover live so sponsorship yolu nyenol wanji rusomi ye kami man television ko ka sponsor ko ka cover e ma jewe live so mi kar diaspora jarama.
Well, they have missed this place. They have missed their home for more than 5 years, others 10 years and still counting. What can you tell them today? They're watching live from their comfort zones, watching Home Sweet Home, watching a beautiful game that is about to unfold here. What are the things that you need to tell them to remind them what is happening here, what they have missing, something beautiful things, beautiful memories, Mr. Sidi?
Thank you, Salu, for that wonderful question. The diaspora people, what I will say is, most of them were footballers before. I know all of them.
Yeah.
As I told you, we are the ones coordinating them. So let them remember home. Home sweet home. We are praying for them. We are praying for whatever they want to get from the diaspora. Let them get it and then send a little bit back home to develop sports. Because sports is what will bring development. Sports is what will bring unity. Sport will what will bring people together.
Can you name a few those in the diaspora watching today?
One of them, Kalilu Soli.
Wow.
We call him Elas Juf. He's one of them.
Yes.
Juf Inimbara. The executive, like I told you.
From Banyaka Kunda,
Yes, Khalil Soli. You remember him? Yeah, he's one of those good, our helpful brothers out there in the diaspora. Mr. and the brother, elder brother Idrissa Soli, Yahaya Sonko, Alabatu. You know him?
Yes.
One of our great footballers of Banyaka United.
Athlete, one of the finest athletes as well.
Exactly. So, Mr. Alabatu, if you are watching, thank you very much. And then you have Sekou Drame, you have Yankuba Kante, some of us call him Boykor. And then you have my own brother Malik Kamara, you have a lot of them out there in the diaspora. So we are inviting you to watch the GM live.
Mr. Sidi, the field project is alive and well, and the look of things right now, I know that the people in the diaspora have missed a lot. Banyaka is well fenced, one of the most important, one of the best football pitches in Combo South or even West Coast at large.
Salute this one, just say it again.
And the camera operator Pafati is saying yes, simply means that it's attested to that. It's attesting to that.
Combo South, Combo North, Olundum district put together, we have the best football field. Very level, fenced, and then thanks to also the people of diaspora because they have also immensely contributed towards the fencing of this field.
Wow.
Yes, kudos to them. My message to the youth of Combo South and the Gambian people is, especially Combo South, this year we want Combo South to choose this ground as
The opening and the closing.
The opening and the closing, because we have the best ground. You see the food. I must say a big thank you to the current committee. They are doing a wonderful job. In fact, one of the reasons why they have to reschedule this final to this day is to make sure that they complete the fencing of the field. And as you can see, the field is fully fenced.
Well, part of it now, Abbas Jata, the PRO, is part of the Combo South District Sport Committee, that is the football committee, and of course, Honorable Botto Bojang support as well. What is your message to the Honorable, the Councillor for Sanyang Ward?
I used to call him the Councillor of the People. The man
for the people and by the people.
The man of the people, by the people, for the people, and for the people forever. Honorable Botto Bojang, what he has done as the Councillor is unprecedented. What he has done for the people of Banyaka is unprecedented.
It's like he have already won.
He has, for me personally, in fact, and for the youth of this village, he has definitely won our heart, because he is the first councillor that comes to grace our final. He is the first councillor last year to give out 2 sets of football jerseys to each of the and balls as well to the committee and to the finalists. Yeah, so that is massive. We can't say enough. Thank you, Honorable Botto Bojang, the councillor of the people, the man of the people,
for the people, and
for the people, and by the people.
And Abbas, you are very happy that Abbas is now part of the Combo South District Football Committee.
Abbas is my brother. He is my cousin.
He's the auditor. It simply means that he took from your footsteps.
Exactly. So for Abbas, he is also a person of the youth.
Absolutely.
He's a person of the youth of the village and a person of the youth of Combo South. And as you can see, he is representing and raising of the flag of Banyaka in the executive committee of Combo South Sports Development Committee. So Abbas, keep it up. May Allah guide and protect you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sidi. I just want to engage Mr. Barrow, and I know you have to say a big thank you to the security personnel final, even Banyaka. They're all from Banyaka, and Combo South also spot them out in the ongoing Combo South District football. That Banyaka had a very they played a pivotal in the quest of making a peaceful game in the Combo South District football, because the securities were here. You have to thank our brothers in uniform and sisters as well. Salih, I'm sort of words for our brothers in uniform, because these are people who are sacrificing for their community. This is what we call community policing. This is what we call community security. They are sacrificing a lot for their own people. These are our own brothers, and we are not paying them. They are doing it free for us. Absolutely. And they are doing it with passion, and they are doing it with energy. They are doing it with everything. They are doing it with commitment. So once again, I thank you, my brothers in uniform. This is your village. This is your people, and the security of your people is paramount to the development of sports in this community. So you will tell them Jisofora, Jimanyora, Jijukora. Jisofora, Jimangora, Jijukora, Jikana Jack Munjetuma. Every decade. Thank you very much. The former editor of Banyaka Sports Committee, and of course that is sportsmanship, is now handing over the baton to the vice chairman of the Banyaka Sports Committee, Mr. Lamin Barrow, a father figure in the quest of promoting grassroots football in this vicinity. Well, I don't want to mention his outside job, but when it comes to Banyaka, he's selling the image of Banyaka to the highest level and to the highest order. The only thing that we need to urge Mr. Vice Chairman is to bring APAs to sponsor Banyaka tournament as well, because he's very much connected to them, and you know better than I do, viewers out there. Well, Mr. Vice Chair, today is the closing chapter of a very important occasion, the first ever league final that is sponsored by a ward councillor, and his name is Honorable Botto Bojang. But take us to the journey to this day, Mr. Barrow.
Well, Salih, thank you very much. First of all, I will thank Allah for everything. As you know, we've been in this for a couple of years now. And alhamdulillah, this year we are here to witness the final once again. As you rightly mentioned, it is a long journey, but to cut it short, since the match will start shortly. Last year when we played our final, we were privileged to call on the councillor to come and witness our final. So upon there, he called us to say, you know what, this year I will personally sponsor your tournament. And so he did.
How did you welcome that message, just in summary?
Well, it is more than welcoming news, because as somebody who is representing not only us as youths, but it's representing the entire world, has that kind of heart that shows us that we have somebody who is there to look at our affairs, because youths are the baseline for any development.
football is developing in Banyaka, but your message to those in the diaspora for supporting this final, this tournament, and still urging them to keep on supporting, plowing back to their mama land, that is especially Banyaka, to be precise.
Yeah, I will say thank you. We thank them for everything. As you know, we the sport committee, we are going through a lot. We engage them a lot when it comes to this project, this fencing of this field and other activities that are sport related. And their response was more than welcome. We are just asking them to look back onto their brothers so that we can move this community to a level we all want. We want to see our youths at international stages. Yeah, it starts.
Mr. Botto, many said football, Banyaka is where talents are produced. What is your response to that?
Super excellent, and that's exactly how it is. Likes of Pamodu, you know, we are playing for Gamtel, and we have still young talents that are coming. And
Lamin Bojang, who is playing for Ghetto today, plays for Bombarda.
Exactly, and hopefully very soon we will see another batches of young players at another level in the country and hopefully internationally. That's our wishes, and we hope and pray that dreams comes true.
Thank you. Pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was, of course, the vice chair of the Banyaka Sport Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, we have other players who are playing for these IUs in the West Coast Region Third Division qualifiers. And of course, Bojang Lamin, who scored the winning goal here last year against Colombia, plays for that is the Black Stars in Madiana. And also, he played for the Bombarda side in the second division. And Bojang is part of the starting lineup today for Ghetto. And of course, imagine Colombia also forming 2024. They're into a second final. Just to take you to the team list, Colombia is carried by Sadio Jallo, and of course that is Yunusa Sadio as well. And for Colombia side, you have Celestine Mendy on goal. You have Kabu Choi, the number 10. Kabu, one time I was a coach for Kabu. Of course, he played for the Police in the third division in Banjul, that is Police FC. But today he is part of Colombia, part of who was a player of Washington before, and now with Colombia. Well, we did mention Colombia was formed in 2024. And this is their second final. You have Fode Jaju, you have Ibrahim Abba, who was one time playing for Whitestone, and when he traveled to Qatar, he came back. He now decided to, of course, to join Colombia FC. And of course, you have Noah Sambu, number 14, Babukar, that is Babukar Sambu, number 19, Bolong Koli, number 8, Usman Kujabi, number 16, Suleiman Kamara, number 6, and Modu Samba, number 12, to be precise. Well, that is the starting 11 for Colombia, as mentioned earlier on via LSTV1, and heading to the Green Ghetto side. And of course, you have Ibrahim Kamara, the number 19. Number 9 is Lamin Bojang. We did mention about him on LSTV1. Bojang, alias Deco, one time adorned the jersey for Bombarda in the second division. Plays for Black Stars, won accolades in the Brufut competition. And of course, Bojang was the goal scorer in the 2024 final against Colombia. And today, Bojang is on the starting lineup for Green Ghetto again. And the Council of Elders will tell you, Nizikotol Bukanyamo Tinyan. That's why Bojang is, of course, adorning the number 9 jersey for Green Ghetto today. We have, of course, Bakari Bojang. We have number 3, Sidi Jame, one of the most experienced, the longest serving players of this vicinity. That is, of course, Sidi Jame. And number 10, you have Pamodu Koli, one time adorned the jersey for the Telecom Giants, that is Gamcel to be precise. You have Fabakari Baji, you have Modu Kamara, number 7, number 17, you have Sajo Baji, 16, Musa Bojang, number 13, Seku Jaju, number 12, Seni Kamara. Overall, we did mention this earlier on, there are players from Banyaka here who are, of course, playing for these IUs in the third division. But all said and done, it is the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored, the Council of Asanya Award sponsored league final. Once again, we thank those in the diaspora for promoting Gassio football in Banyaka, the best zone where talents are produced, ladies and gentlemen. And Combo South, the Council of Elders will solely attest to that. And once again, as we mentioned this on LSTV1, we thank our security personnel, the men in uniform that are safeguarding each and everyone here, the faithfuls of Banyaka. They are our brothers and they are uncles to others and fathers to others as well. And to Usman, the tallest camera operator in the country. And of course, for LSTV, quickly, we are now debating to Pafati. He is so Peter Duri today, and I will be your Jim Becklin for the time being. And this page is also, this game is also covered via the Banyaka Facebook page. Thank you. Well, indeed, the 25th of May to be remembered. I will surely tell you. It is the last year's finalists that are meeting this year again. Ghetto the holders against Colombia. It is experience versus determination. And thank you, Honorable Botto Bojang. The mission is to defend the trophy. They will tell you. But Colombia have a story to tell tonight. And they will surely tell you. The streets of Colombia will surely tell their great-grandchildren that we were there and so were there. And of course the faithful from Japan. Thank you very much, Mr. Jame and the team. It is over to you, my brother Pafati from LSTV.
But they're going to have the raising of the flag.
Alright, no problem for the time being. Kamara alias Asauta, Captain Green Ghetto, into many games. And here he is again. He won accolades. He won trophies. With a very experienced side. Played for Banyaka in a different environment. Oh boy, what a side. That is a Green Ghetto. Married with, of course, Bojang and other players from Black Stars who represent Madiana at the highest order, that is the Burfu Tony. Likewise, of course, Colombia. Well, just say to the jewelers that are coming in, there are chairs for rent. It's just $10, and you will have a very comfortable zone. Important moment, and it's gonna be a day to remember. We did mention final. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Deco scored for Green Ghetto, and they were crowned champions. But Colombia here, probably they will tell you, Pafafi, we are here to settle this score. We have a score to settle. We weren't happy how things ended in 2024. We were formed in early 2024, that is Colombia. 2 finals in a row. The youngest ever side to send the 2 finals in a row in the history of Banyaka tournament. But Green Ghetto are married to 2 trophies. Formed in 2017. The knockout on the league are in the trophy cabin. Colombia will have something under the guardians of Sergio Chalo and the team. A Messi that many call, and of course a diehard Barcelona fan. But today, it is not an El Clasico. It is all Banyaka office. And indeed, a mix of Banyaka and Mariana in this final. A mix of Combo South and Combo North in this final. Vice, over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals from. You most welcome. Of course, welcome back to the Banyaka football field. And if you are coming here for the very first time, know that this is, of course, the grand and great final between Colombia and Green Ghetto. And the ground is set for this huge clash. And any moment from now, the central referee and the team will surely get us underway. Just as I said earlier, of course, it's a grand and crucial final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club, and the central referee Suleiman Keita, having the assistance of Philip Korea, Ibrahima Job and Kemo Diba, of course, serving as the 4th assistant, or the match commissioner rather. And here, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals, the ground is set, and it is all set at the Banyaka football field. Of course, in the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka Senior League final between last year's champions and last year's runners-up. Of course, in 2024, it was Green Ghetto that triumph over Colombia Football Club. Is it going to be the same scoreline, or this time around we're going to see Colombia edging over Green Ghetto? The ground is set for this huge class. Central referee working on some pre-match formalities before getting us the green light. Of course, the green light at the Banyaka football field. And currently Colombia Colombia Football Club up against Green Ghetto Football Club, and at the commentary cabin, this is Parliament Fatih, joined by Saliu Jallo, a colleague and brother, Lamin Najiba, and we also have our colleague, mentor and brother, Mr. Pat, and he is also with us at the commentary cabin, and he will surely be here to aid us as far as the analysis of this crucial, of course, and a crucial final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto, and the ground is all set, and it is all set for this huge class. Colombia Football Club dressed in white shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, whilst Green Ghetto in their colorful green and yellow shirts, green shorts and green socks, and hopefully they will be playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, whilst Colombia kicks from our right to left, or this time around it's going to be Colombia playing from our right to left, whilst Green Ghetto playing from our left to right. Just as I said earlier, central referee is Suleiman Keita, Philip Korea, Ibrahima Job and Kemo Diba, of course, serving as the fourth assistant referee. Of course, the Banyaka Sports Committee is under the guidance of Mr. Kemo Jawara as president, assisted by Lamin Baro, Abbas Jata as the public relation officer, secretary Lamin Ture, and Lamin is ably and reliably assisted by Abdu Kamara, and the list goes on and on. It is the ground which is all set for this huge class.
And that's why we said it's a historic day. We will observe the national anthem, and the scout band will raise the Gambian flag high. An opening day, a historic day. But our course of press club, Council of Elders is here. That is, of course, Mr. Patrick Omendi. And of course, Lamin Jiba from the Pearl newspaper. Thank you for coming for the first time. This final will be covered via the print media. But then we will observe the national anthem. Need to observe the national anthem. Please, before we engage Mr. Pat, we observe the national anthem. DJ is over to you. Thank you very much, and of course, DJ, you can increase the volume at the highest level. It is over to you, Pafati and Mr. Patrick Omendi. Good to be back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my co-commentator Saliu Jallo of Capital FM and Pafati of LSTV. Welcome. This is my second time to honor this final between these two sides. I could remember it was 24th of December 2023 that myself and Saliu were here seated to do the ball-to-ball commentary between these two sides, and thanks be to God, these two sides are here. So my commentators, I am here.
Thank you very much, Patrick Omendi, and earlier on Saliu Jallo. Good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You most welcome. Of course, welcome to the Banyaka football field, where the ground is all set, and all set for this huge clash between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club. Of course, it's a repeat of the final played here at this very ground in the year 2024, and we are back again in the year 2025 to witness yet another edition of this great and grand final. Once again, between Colombia Football Club Green Ghetto, and Green Ghetto dressed in their colorful green and yellow shirts, green shorts and green and white socks, playing from our left to right, whilst Colombia kicking from our right to left, dressed in their colorful white shorts, blue shorts and blue and white socks. And Colombia will now have the opportunity to benefit from the set piece around the center circle. Ball being taken quickly. It's going to be an attack coming from the boys in white and blue. Colombia Football Club lost to Green Ghetto in the last final. Is it going to be a repeat of the last final, or this time around Colombia will be heading home with the giant trophy and the huge cash prize? And if they want to get a victory, they have to get the better and get the better of Green Ghetto, who are the current holders of the Banyaka tournament. Of course, this time around it is Honorable Botto Bojang league final between these two sides. Last year's finalists, and they are back again at the Banyaka football field. And we have to commend the sports committee, of course, under the dynamic leadership of the president of Banyaka Sports Committee, Mr. Kimo Jawara, and the entire team. It's going to be an advantage on the far side. And the boys dressed in white shirts, blue shorts and blue and white socks, Colombia Football Club up against Green Ghetto. It is Green Ghetto the holders against the runners-up. We were here in 2024. Salou Jallo, you could remember when we had that live commentary as far as the final is concerned. And we are back again in 2025 to witness another, of course, this time around, a special edition bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang. Of course, I think we have to give a very big tap on the shoulder of the councillor. The councillor for the people is going to be a goal kick on the far side for Colombia Football Club. And Colombia is currently under the guidance of Sergio Jallo, having the assistance of Sanusi Sergio, and on the other dugout is Alfussein Ubaji, and Alfussein is ably and reliably assisted by Siaka Jata. Before going deep into the commentary, a quick rundown on the starting 11 for Colombia Football Club, who is currently starting with Celestine Mendy in goal, Kabu Choi, Fode Jajo, Ibrahim Abba, Ibrahim Ajalo, Nuha Sambu, Babukar Sambu, Bolon Kole, Osman Kujabi, Suleiman Kamara, and Modu Sambu, completing the 11 for the boys dressed in white shirts, blue shorts and white and blue socks, while Green Ghetto is currently starting with Ibrahim Kamara in goal. Of course, the reliable and experienced Ibrahim Kamara in goal for Green Ghetto Football Club. Lamin Bojang is another experienced player, one of the most experienced, if not the most experienced player for Green Ghetto Football Club. Lamin Bojang currently leading the line for Green Ghetto. Malang Bojang, Sidi Jamme, Pamodu Kole, Fabakari Baji, Momodu Kamara, Sajo Baji, Musa Bojang, Seku Jaju, and Seni Kamara completing the 11 for the defending champions Green Ghetto. And Green Ghetto, they're hoping to win it for the first time. The team formed in 2017, already having 2 trophies in their trophy cabin, whilst Colombia Football Club is hunting for their very first time in getting a trophy. A team established in the year 2024 went to the final, lost to Green Ghetto, and they're up again in another final, this time around against the same side that they lost to. Once again at the Banyaka football field, wherever you might be getting our signals, this is all coming to you live, and it's also live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. For Lamin Fati, Salou Jallo, of course, Lamin Jiba is with us, and also Patrick Omendi as part of those that will be here to get you every other proceeding as far as this final is concerned. And behind camera operations for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Salou Jallo, a few minutes onto the contest, and we have seen glimpses of great display coming from these young lads of Green Ghetto and Colombia Football Club.
Absolutely, Pa. We did mention this earlier on. It is, of course, experience versus determination. And whether they take it or they leave it, I believe Colombia have a score to settle. But Green Ghetto have a very experienced side to precise. And you look at Colombia, they're trying to use their number 5 on the route to goal. Likewise, Kabu Choi, their number 10. And of course, the number 19, their captain, who also played for Desires in the West Coast 3rd Division League, that is the male category. But then, just to give you a glimpse of what we are expecting with Honorable Botto Bojang in this package, well, he's coming with, of course, 2 sets of jerseys, and it simply means that a replica of the previous final, but this one is bigger than the previous one. This one is called the Honorable Botto Bojang League Final. To precise, that was Kabu Choi being wrestled to the ground around the center circle there. And of course, 2 sets of jerseys for the finalists. You have 10 balls, 2 balls each to the 2 teams, and then 6 balls to the sport committee. And then you have a giant trophy that is coming, married with, of course, the World Council. And then you have 60 medals. So it simply means that finally there will be medals in this maiden final sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang. We also, of course, acknowledge the presence of the Sanya Ward Development Committee, Mr. Omar Jam, who is the chairman of the Sports Committee, Mr. Almamo Toure, a member of the State Committee, and Mr. Aruna Okoli, a member of the SEDA Committee as well. Well, Pa, that is also a free kick at a very promising angle. Deco, one of the most experienced players in this tournament in the ground right now. That is, of course, Lamin Bojang, who played for Bombarda in the 2nd division years back.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. It is currently a set piece at a great position for the defending champions after that tackle on the center forward, Lamin Bojang. Lamin is currently back on his feet, but currently limping. He seems to be okay. It is currently at a set piece at a great position. And the central referee, Suleiman Keta, will surely give the green light. And if the green light is given, this will surely give the opportunity to Green Ghetto, the defending champions, to effect this set piece at a great position. Of course, we have to commend the sports committee for this massive organization. Of course, the last time when we came here, the pool was in fully fenced, and in 2025 already the pool is fully fenced and hoping to host Kombosa District Football Tournament games. And there we go.
They want the opening of the Kombosa District, but after the set piece.
Anyway, that is Green Ghetto, the defending champion. Floats the ball forward, never troubled the goalkeeper. And the second time, the goalkeeper dived to his left to gather that ball with ease. This time around, it's going to be the custodian, Celestine Mendy, tall and lanky. The custodian for Colombia Football Club, Celestine, is in goal. And on the opposite goal post is Ibrahim Kamara. Massive turnout, great turnout. And then we are definitely very much amazed with the level of turnout. Just the commencement of this contest between Green Ghetto and Colombia Football Club. Saliu Jallo, we were here in 2024 and we believe we're going to see a bigger and a massive turnout in this final than the one that we have seen in 2024.
Well, earlier on from the set piece, it was of course Sergio Baji with a set piece, and Celestine was there to the rescue. He lost his first grip, but he have to go for the second one. And it simply means that hearing from their fans just entering, the drums are drumming. We were in Mandinaba yesterday when the drums stopped drumming because the hosts were losing the final. But this is a set piece to defend for Colombia. Pafati.
This is Green Ghetto. Colombia heads that ball out partly. The defending champions trying to unlock the defense of their opponents. Currently struggling on the far side. It is the boys dressed in green against the boys dressed in white and blue. And it is Colombia up against Green Ghetto. Colombia dressed in white shorts, blue shorts, and blue and white socks. Whilst Green Ghetto dressed in their colorful green shorts. Green shorts and white and green socks. Anyway, that is indeed a massive news. They have to settle it in regulation. Post-match shootout? No.
I'm not surprised because Abbas Jada is now part of the Kombosa District Football Committee and they are married to the rules. That is Sergio again testing the waters of Colombia. It might be bittersweet for now, but then it has been said and done that if you couldn't produce a winner today or tonight, you will of course catapult it for a replay. Kodo. That is the ambience, the supporters of Colombia cheering and dancing. They yet to settle for their main position, but surely you'll be entertaining this final. The Council of Elders, welcome to Banyaka.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo and Patrick Omendi earlier on. And it is already a lively contest, great and lively contest between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto in this year's grand final. Of course, it's a repeat of the 2024 final, the final where Green Ghetto is past Colombia Football Club in the final, and they are back again at the Banyaka football field for another final, and this time a huge and a grand final. It's a throw in on the far side for Green Ghetto Football Club. Colombia using the right side of their defense to block that ball on the far side. It's going to be another opportunity for the boys in green colors, Green Ghetto Football Club, and the left back CD Jame will get that. And the central referee has now asked the player to get the ball backwards. It's going to be retaken. CD Jame will surely get that. 10 minutes on the clock. It is currently 0-0 between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Last year's runners-up against last year's defending champions. It is currently a throw-in coming from Colombia Football Club. of Green Ghetto. Ball being played backwards. This time around, great possessive display. Back heel on the far side. Green Ghetto regain possession on the left. Can they get something from this? The marauding right back for Colombia Football Club is already there. Modu Sambu is the player. Modu Sambu is the right wing back. Right back for Colombia Football Club. Not for too long. It is now Green Ghetto who will try to use the left side. Not a decent opportunity already. Caught out by Colombia Football Club, and Colombia will try to possess that ball. So well, player wrestled and rewarded by the central referee Suleiman Keita. Suleiman is having the assistance of Philip Korea, Ibrahim Job, and Kemo Diba is serving as the fourth assistant referee. It is already over 10 minutes played here. It is currently 0-0. 0-0 between Green Ghetto, the defending champions, and the runners-up Colombia Football Club, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And I think we are definitely loving the atmosphere here. It is definitely colorful. Great atmosphere at the Banyaka football field. We were here in 2024 and back again in 2025, and I think the atmosphere here, you can't compare it to the 2024 when we came here, Salou.
Well, Botto Bojang at work. That is the statement here. And early on when you came in, they were telling you, Pa, we need to get a land for you here. But you have an opportunity to discuss with the Alcalo because he's here. And that is, of course, Mr. Seni Kamara, the Alcalo of the said town, that is Banyaka. Together with Sidi Kamara is the treasurer to the said VDC. And of course, Sidi was also the auditor in the previous sport committee and is now working with the VDC. But he's playing a pivotal role. Together with the VDC, it's more of like a referee between the VDC and the sport committee in the course of developing football in this vicinity.
Thank you very much, and we will surely hand the mic shortly to our colleague, mentor and brother Patrick Omendi. Already the flag of the assistant referee up against Colombia Football Club. Last year's runners-up, hoping to win it for the very first time. A team established in 2024 up against the side established in the year 2017. That is Green Ghetto Football Club, already having 2 trophies in their trophy cabin. It's going to be another opportunity for Green Ghetto to chase Colombia Football Club, trying to guard that ball off the area. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and already up this time around against Green Ghetto Football Club, the defending champions. Patrick Omendi, you live around this vicinity, and you shouldn't be surprised with the level of turnout that we have already seen here. Not only the turnout, we are also in love with the ambience that we have already seen. Already we have a group of supporters that have already piling at the football field here, and we are expecting to see another group of supporters piling in here at the Banyaka football field to grace and also to cheer their boys to glory.
Yeah, Pafati, thank you very much. This is my second time to be live here, ball-to-ball commentary with Saliu, and for the first time with you and myself. It's not a big surprise between these two sides, Green Ghetto and Colombia. I could remember end of 2023, that was 24th December 2023, that I was here between these two sides in the grand final. The ambience in Banyaka is always very groovy and lively. The women are always there to cheer and ginger the boys. So I think it's no surprise. These two sides, especially Green Ghetto, Pamodu Koli and Lamin Bojang, well experienced players. I know them very well.
That's the words of Patrick Omendi earlier on. Saliu Jallo, a lively contest, and in case you're just joining us, you are fully reminded that we're still coming to you live from the Banyaka football field in the Honorable Botto Bojang Banyaka League final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Colombia dressed in white and blue, whilst Green Ghetto in yellow and green. On the far side is a defensive work for Green Ghetto Football Club, the defending champions, the runners-up around the area, desperately cleared by the central defender, and number 6 for Green Ghetto Football Club. Just there in time, Malang Bojang. Malang just there in time. Malang Bojang just there in time to cut that ball out, and that's a decent clearance coming from the boys in green and yellow colors. Of course,
Captain Madiana in the Commono District final. Well, Bojang captain, of course, Madiana in the Commono District final, in which they won against Bijilo. The game was played at the Sanajata Memorial Football Field, let me say 2 years ago or a year ago. And today is, of course, the central defender. He also captain Black Stars for Mariana under the guardians of Busquets, who is here, Amadou on the team. And of course, they won trophies, they won accolades in Mariana and of course in Bruford as well. And here with Green Ghetto, they will tell you the mission is alive and well with Bojang and the 2 Bojangs as well, with Sajo and Baji as well.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. And when the supporters of Green Ghetto pile in here, we thought it was all over. And here comes the supporters of Colombia. And Colombia Football Club up against Green Ghetto. It's going to be a decent run on the far side. It's going to be an attack coming from the defending champions. Will they be able to defend the crown? Or are we going to see new champions? Remains to be seen. Player Rasul, and this time central referee waved in for a play on. It is now Colombia Football Club. Colombia dressed in white and blue colors, and already ball been blocked to touch. And it's going to be another opportunity for the boys in blue and white. Colombia Football Club hunting for their very first trophy. Will they be able to get it? And if they want to get it, they have to get the better of Green Ghetto Football Club, a side that defeated Colombia Football Club 1-0 at this very own ground. And we will surely get you the rundown on the build-up to this final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Of course, it is the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka Senior League final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Of course, it is a 10-team tournament. Colombia Football Club, we are in the same group alongside Holland, White Store, Amdalai and True Forces, whilst Green Ghetto in their group had Tongkong FC, Teachers FC, Foundation and Ron Mango Football Club. Of course, Colombia and Green Ghetto all advanced to the quarterfinal, where in their respective groups it was White Store and Teachers FC that crashed out, booking and also allowing the rest of the teams booking their places in the quarterfinal. And in the quarterfinal, it was Colombia 1, Amdalai 0. Green Ghetto up against Holland, and Green Ghetto advanced. In the semi-final, it ended Green Ghetto 3, Foundation 2, and Colombia got the better of Tongkong by a goal to 0. And these two sides booking a place in the final. Of course, booking a place in the final, just like they did last season. Lamin Bojang around the area, currently leading the line for Green Ghetto Football Club. This time it's going to be an opportunity for the defending champions. A glancing header this time around, never troubled the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was Sacho, who of course tested the Sostova earlier on from that set piece. And he has been a very busy player in the first 20 minutes or 15 minutes to be precise. And that was a very good spot there from Pamodu Koli. You know, I told you earlier on, this is a side that is very with experience. Pamodu played for Gamtel, the Telecom Giants earlier in previous years. And you look at the front line, Deco as well, Lamin Bojang had an experience in the second division, and Sajo as well, a very experienced player. So it simply means that Colombia have to be very careful and have to give the respect where respect is very due, or really due, to be precise.
Thank you very much, Salih Ujala. It's going to be a defensive mission coming from Seni Kamara and Seni's clearance around the area. Colombia Football Club will try to defend that. This time the defending champions Green Ghetto. Can they get something from this? Flashes in a decent one coming from Pamodu Koli, and the shot from Pamodu never troubled the goalkeeper Celestine Mendy.
Well, now we are seeing a disjointed midfield department for Colombia for the time being, and that is why they are being, of course, put under pressure for more than 2 minutes or 2 occasions, and that is why they are failing to connect the dots, because the midfield department is where urgency is lacking, and the time to use Ibrahim Abba, that is their number 5 on the route to goal. And likewise the defense line, there is a bit of a connection that have been disconnected right now, and I need to be very careful with that. It is a final, and the winner will take home everything.
It's a final, and it's a final. Of course, there must be a winner. And if there is no winner, the final will be heading to a replay, as confirmed by the sports committee. Ball being cleared desperately. Lamin Bojang, the center forward. Not one of the most, but the most experienced player for this Green Ghetto side. Around the area, Colombia trying to get the ball from their own half. Decently done. Ball being headed down. This time it's the runners-up Colombia Football Club trying to unlock the defending champions Green Ghetto Football Club. And Green Ghetto Football Club, of course, already having 2 trophies in their trophy cabin, whilst Colombia Football Club is hunting for their first trophy. After the establishment of the team in the year 2024. They were in the final in last year's final, and back again in 2025, and the same side that they played against in 2025 is still the same side that they are currently playing. And in case you're just joining us, we are still reminded that we coming to you live from the Banyaka football field in the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka League final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club. Of course, we have already seen great first minutes of this contest, and Colombia Football Club chases, and the goalkeeper Ibrahim Kamara, one of the most experienced. Of course, he's also another experienced goalkeeper. I watched him play during his time in Bundung when I was going to school. Of course, I think I watched him for the first time during the Nawetan at the Bundung Primary School, and then coming back here to see him play still, I think he is definitely Yes, the goalkeeper, I mean.
Well, you ask for his name, and the kids will tell you. He's called a Sauta. That is the famous one. Is commonly known as a Sauta. And earlier on, the player that is brought to the ground, that was Noah Sambu, had very few touches in this first 20 minutes for Colombia. And one thing that they need to do if they want to get something before the end of the first half, that is Colombia, they need to make sure Kabuchoy gets the ball. They need to make sure Babukar Sambu alias Jimanga gets the ball, and Noah as well. So those three players have a very good experience when it comes to playing big games, especially a day like this, Bafati, and they have the first set piece in that department.
They're currently having a set piece, and Colombia will now have the opportunity to effect this. It's a crowded penalty area. Kabu Choi to deliver. Left-footed drive, never trouble the goalkeeper. Into the gloves of the custodian, of course, the goalkeeper for Green Ghetto Football Club, Ibrahim Kamara, and he doubles as the team captain. Ibrahim Kamara in goal, and in the opposite goal post is the tall and lanky Celestine Mendy. And in case you're just joining us, it's a class, of course, the grand final in the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka Senior League final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. And in case you're just joining us, it is currently Kabu Choi once again for Colombia. Flashes that ball forward, caught out by the defense of Green Ghetto Football Club, and the boys in green and yellow will start the play from their own half. Launches that ball forward, and this time never troubled the central defense of the runners-up last year, Colombia Football Club, to start the play from their own half in a slow motion. And Colombia Football Club will flash in a decent one on the far side, not for too long. Green Ghetto player Rasul Dan currently rewarded by the central referee and Suleiman Keita, of course, is the central referee, having the assistance of Philip Korea. Ibrahim Job, and of course Kemo Diva is serving as the fourth assistant referee. Fans continue to pile in here. Sally, we must be very much impressed with the turnout.
Absolutely, and it is too early to of course summarize the turnout, but the ambience is alive and well. This is a land of ambience, and where talents are produced, the land of football. We breed football here, Pafati, and you know better than I do now.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo, and we will shortly hand the mic back to Patrick Omendi for reactions. Colombia Football Club, not a decent one this time around, and it's going to be a throw-in for the defending champions Green Ghetto. And Green Ghetto, in case you are just joining us, Green Ghetto is starting with Ibrahim Kamara in goal, Lamin Bojang, Malang Bojang. It's going to be an attack. Lamin Bojang short forward. Can he get something from this? Player Rasul, play on, says the central referee. And Green Ghetto, the defending champions, trying to unlock the defense around the 18-yard area, looking for options. Currently being surrounded by a group of players. The flashes in a decent one, and this time around it is Sergio with a decent delivery, and his effort never troubled the custodian.
But I told you it's a player to watch in this final. That is, of course, Sergio Baji. He had only number 17 jersey for Green Ghetto, and anytime Deco has the ball, he's always looking for Sergio or Pamodu Koli. So it simply means that it is coming from the training ground, and you'll be surprised they hardly train together.
There we go. Patrick Omendi, we have seen majority of the minutes in the first half between Colombia Football Club, last year's runners-up, against the defending champions. And the lion's share currently is coming in favor of the defending championship, hoping to defend their crown. Will they be able to defend the crown? Of course, is the biggest ambition, but also another big question. They have to, if they want to defend the crown, they have to get the better of the side that they defeated last season.
Yeah, that's what Green Ghetto need to do, because right now they have to link with their key players, the likes of Lamin Bojang, Pamodu, and the number 17. If they really connect very well, I think they can really defend back-to-back title. The ambience in Banyaka is always very groovy. I know where my people are, the Jolas. They are lively. They can display. I love them for that.
But just to give the devil its due, we want to thank a very good gentleman who is very supportive in the field project here in Banyaka. And those in the diaspora will tell you today that Mr. Khalifa sells cement. And of course they will tell you right now, the first badge is over, I'm going for the second badge. So he supported the sport committee with the fencing of this football field, with cements, bags of cements, just for free. Can you imagine, Bafati? And you know how cost cements are. You know how cost a bag of cement is. Right now they will tell you You listen to Lamin, of course, Ibrahim Jara via King FM will tell you there is scarcity of cement now in this country. But of course, Khalifa doesn't care about that. He's still supporting his own community, and he's just a man to be, of course, give a tab and say thank you, Emitekadi and Fanao.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. Lively contest, great atmosphere in and off the pitch. It is Green Ghetto up against Colombia Football Club in this grand final, sponsored and proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Botto Bojang. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down, and Lamin Bojang dispossessed by Colombia Football Club. It is still Colombia struggling in their own half, and he was able to have his way out. Drills that ball around the center circle. It's going to be the opportunity, and Colombia this time the player wrestled, and the player in question is Noah Sambo. He seems to be furious and quickly taken. It is Colombia once again, squares that ball forward. It's going to be a defensive mission coming from Seni Kamara. Seni deployed on the right side of the defense for Green Ghetto, the defending champions, and the defending champions will start the play from their own half. Not a decent one this time from Seni, and already it is Colombia who regain possession quickly. The central referee already will now rely on the flag of the assistant referee, and he has already given the opportunity to Colombia Football Club, and Colombia will have the opportunity. And in case you're just joining us, Colombia Football Club up against Green Ghetto in the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka League final, and it is already 0-0 in the first half. Are we going to have a goal in the first half, or is going to be a share of the spoils as far as the first half is concerned? Anyway, we have to wait, keep waiting, and this time Colombia decently cleared by the defending champions Green Ghetto, and Green Ghetto is currently under the guidance of Alfuseni Baji. Alfuseni Baji is ably and reliably assisted by Siaka Jata, and in the opposite dugout is Sajo Jalo and Yunusa Sajo. We are definitely loving the atmosphere. The atmosphere is definitely first class between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club, and the champions we didn't want to leave it for the runners-up, and equally the runners-up we didn't also want to leave it for the defending champions. Green Ghetto up against Colombia Football Club. Green Ghetto in their own half. Musa Bojang. This time around Colombia will try to penetrate, and already the central referee has already given the opportunity to the defending champions Green Ghetto Football Club, and Green Ghetto will now rely on this set piece deep in their opposition's half. Of course, it is the central referee who has already given the opportunity, and it is now the turn, of course, the turn of the defending champions Green Ghetto. We are definitely in love with the ambience. This is the defending champions and also the runners-up, Saliu Jalo. We are definitely amazed. The turnout massive, and fans are still piling in here to watch this great final between Colombia and Green Ghetto. I think before we wrap up here, we're going to see a massive turnout, but kudos to the sports committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Kemo Jawara and his entire team. Of course, Kemo can't do this alone. Of course, this must be a teamwork. Of course, it's a teamwork. And also, we can confirm the presence of a lot of other dignitaries, Mr. Omar Jame, and the list goes on and on at the Banyaka football field, and the ambience and the atmosphere is definitely electric. Defending champions Green Ghetto floats that ball forward. This time glancing header, partly done. Green Ghetto regain possession, this time in their opposition's half. Launches that ball forward, and the player failing to keep that ball in play. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side for Colombia Football Club. Colombia nil, Green Ghetto nil, and in the last final it ended Colombia nil, Green Ghetto 1. And already we have seen Lamin Bojang around the area. Will he be able to get something from this? Currently having a top against the central defenders, but before that the whistle of the central referee is already gone. Lamin Bojang is one of the most experienced, and I believe he is using his experience to exploit the central defenders.
Well, he isn't happy with that decision from the central referee, but of course the keeper is still on the ground. That was just a spot on from the central referee, but that will of course reignite the hopes and of course please for Green Ghetto. And now you are seeing a community meeting from of course Colombia. They have to connect the dots, and they have to keep, as I mentioned earlier on, they have to keep Kabu Choi, they have to keep Noah Sambu, and of course Babukar Sambu playing. They have to invite them in this game, and they have to come. And there's a community meeting for Green Ghetto again, having to connect the dots. They have a little bit trouble in the defense line when it comes to the forward line of Colombia, and the better side have been Green Ghetto. No doubt about that. They have the formula. The likes of Adax are there, players that are played in this football field, Siaka and co, just to name a few. You have even Matar on the bench right now. One of the most promising talents of Banyaka on these two benches. And of course, Matar, you remember him very well in the Combo Southeast football tournament as well. One of the youngest and the brightest players in that competition. But all said and done, this is a town where talents are produced, Pafati, and this final is just historic final. This is the first ever final that is sponsored by a ward councillor, and that is Honorable Botto Bojang. He came here in the last final, and he promised, and that promise was well kept. And today he delivered a promise, Pafati. And according to CD speaking to him on LSTV, he said the Sanyang Ward Council have already won the hearts of Banyaka and beyond, and it is already a game over for the opposition.
There we go. Saliu Jalo earlier on, Patrick Omendi. Lively and great contest coming from the Banyaka football field. Of course, the tournament is proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang. The defending champions Green Ghetto up against Colombia Football Club. And of course, it's a repeat of last year's final. Of course, the 2024 final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto, and the score is currently nil apiece. In the last final, it ended 1-0 and 1-0 in favor of the defending champions Green Ghetto. Will Green Ghetto be able to defend the crown, or this time we're going to have a new champion in the name of Colombia Football Club? Remains to be seen. Already it is 0-0. Colombia 0, Green Ghetto 0. And already ball been cleared out by Seni Kamara, and it's going to be a throw in for the runners-up. Last year's runners-up, Colombia Football Club, and Colombia in this contest is starting with Celestine Mendy in goal, Kabu Choi, Fode Jaju, Ibrahim Abba, Ibrahim Jallo, Nuha Sambu, Babukar Sambu, Bolonkole, Usman Kujabi, Suleiman Kamara, and Modu Sambu completing the 11 for Colombia Football Club. And the team is currently under the guidance of Sajo Jallo, and Sajo on the dugout is ably and reliably having the assistance of Yunusa Sajo, and in the opposite dugout is Alfusen Baji for Green Ghetto Football Club, and Alfusen is having the assistance of Siaka Jata. Green Ghetto is starting with Ibrahim Kamara in goal, who also doubles as the team captain Lamin Bojang, one of the most experienced, if not the most experienced, Malang Bojang, Sidi Jame Pamodu Khalifa Bakari Baji, Momodu Kamara, Sajo Baji, Musa Bojang, Sekou Jaju, and Seni Kamara. And of course, this game is also coming to you live on LSTV, one of the commentary cabin for Lamin Fati. Saliu Jalo, Patrick Omendi, Lamin, of course, Lamin Jiba of the Pond newspaper, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. It's going to be a delivery coming from the boys in white and blue. Kabu Choi delivered that ball, launching over and headed out by the defending champions Green Ghetto Football Club. Is still in their hub. Colombia Football Club trying to get something from this. Player trying to dazzle on the far side. Rasul and nothing given by the central referee Suleiman Keita. And Suleiman waved in for a play on, and nothing given, and already the player Rasul, and it's going to be a yellow card. It's a yellow card flashed by the central referee.
Well, that could have been denied by the player, the said player, but from his reaction, he was not happy with the referee's decision, that is Kabu Choi, and he need to be very careful now. He's with a yellow card.
Kabu Choi receiving a yellow card, and it's already another opportunity for the defending champions Green Ghetto. It is currently 0-0 up against Colombia Football Club. The last fixture played between these two ended 1-0. Of course, 1-0 in favor of the defending champions Green Ghetto, and this side will be hoping to defend their crown, while Holland or Colombia Football Club will be hoping to win it for the very first time. A side hoping to win it for the very first time, and a side hoping to get the third trophy in their trophy cabin.
Absolutely. Established in 2017, and here they are, 2 trophies in a trophy cabin, and the only one that is stopping them to have the third one, that is of course Colombia FC, who are also praying for their first ever trophy in the history of the Banyaka tourney here.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. Patrick Omendi, it is definitely lively. Lively, greatly. Of course, it is lively at the Banyaka football field. We are definitely in love with all what we have already seen and currently seeing at the Banyaka football field. We have to give a very big tap on the shoulders of the sports committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Kemo Jawara and his entire team. Already it is lively, and it is already lively at the Banyaka football field in the great and grand final between between Colombia Football Club and the defending champions Green Ghetto, and the score is currently 0-0. If we are to have a side to find the back of the net for the first time this afternoon, probably one might be telling you it might be the defending champions, because the lion's share of possession and also the chances crafted here went in favor of the defending champions. But Colombia Football Club is still holding firm, Mr. Patrick Omendi.
Yeah, if Colombia need to do something to, at least to win their first title, at least they have to compose themselves in the midfield. Because right now you could see Green Ghetto have almost destabilized the central midfield of their opponents. So the likes of Kabu Choi need to regroup and then come up and then see how best to assemble themselves and then dispossess them at the central midfield. If not, I think the Green Ghetto, they have well-experienced players like Pamudu Koli, you have Lamin Bojang, and the number 17, and that's Saini Baji, who was wrestled out to the ground, which warranted Kabu Choi to receive his caution. So I think Colombia need to do something in the midfield, or else something needs to be done.
Thank you very much, Patrick Omendi. It is just interesting in and off the field. Sali Ujala, I think the most interesting part is the two set of supporters for Colombia and Green Ghetto.
Well, Banyaka never disappoint when it comes to ambience, and we love it. They are the 12 man on the pitch. And you look at, of course, the traveling side of Colombia. They're still hoping and believing that our boys will deliver the silverware tonight. Likewise, Green Ghetto, they're used to this. They're used to the manta. They have the formula. And you look at this, look at the ambience from Green Ghetto. It's like, this is from the training ground as well. They prepared this better. But kudos to the organizing committee, kudos to the sport committee and the VDC together with the Vlayal Carlo and each and everyone that played a pivotal role. Those in the diaspora for bringing LSTV here. And of course, the Sanyang Ward as well, the Sanyang Sport Committee, together with the Ward Councilor. Thank you very much. This is just amazing part. We love this. You don't find this in Google, Pafati.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. It is going to be a delivery. Of course, the custodian, of course, the goalkeeper for Green Ghetto Football Club, Ibrahim Kamara, will deliver a long and high one in their positions. Green Ghetto will try to chase and Colombia Football Club. Are they going to get that ball off the area? Decently done by the right wing back coming from Colombia Football Club. And the right wing back is Modu Sambu, who guards that ball off the area. And it's a throw in on the far side for the boys in white and blue. Colombia Football Club up against Green Ghetto in the final of the Banyaka tournament, of course proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Councillor of Sanyang Ward, Mr. Botto Bojang. Of course, he came here, gave a promise and kept the promise. And the promise is, I am going to sponsor your tournament, and the tournament is sponsored. And we are already in the final. Already in the final between the last year's finalists, Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Who is going to crown or be crowned the champions of 2025 remains to be seen. Colombia or Green Ghetto? Is it going to be a defending or retention? Anyway, it's going to be Green Ghetto Football Club who will be hoping to defend their crown, whilst Colombia Football Club hoping to win it for the very first time. They came very close in the year 2024, lost to Green Ghetto Football Club, and in the year 2025 back again and also in another final and hoping to win it for the first time. Will they be able to win it, or is going to be a retention for Green Ghetto remains to be seen. Two-man wall assembled by Colombia Football Club. Central referee Suleiman Ketahi giving his final instructions as Green Ghetto Football Club prepares to deliver this set piece. Two-man wall assembled. Colombia Football Club, of course, a crowded penalty area for the boys in white and blue. Colombia Football Club dressed in white and blue colors, whilst Green Ghetto Football Club, the defending champions, dressed in green and yellow colors. Green Ghetto Football Club preparing to deliver. Suleiman Keta, the central referee, has already given the green light. It's a delivery coming from Green Ghetto, headed out partly by Colombia Football Club. It's already a clearance coming from Colombia. This time Green Ghetto will try to launch once again, and the score is still 0-0. Are we going to have the goal in the first half, or it's going to be a share of the spoils in the first half? Remains to be seen. And if we are to have a goal here, probably one might be telling you, if we are to have a goal, of course the defending champions Green Ghetto will surely have the first goal here, because course, looking at the possession and also the lion's share of the chances being crafted here went in favor of the defending champion Saliu Jallow.
Well, they are the better side in the first half an hour play, or 40 minutes now in the first half. They have been the better side, knocking the those action collections. But of course, you look at the rejuvenated defense line of Colombia. It's working well for them. You know, sometimes water break helps a lot in order to connect the dots. And having, of course, missed opportunities. You look at Colombia, they register only one shot on target. That is Colombia in this game. But the committee will tell you, we also praying, hoping, and believing that this is going to be a replay. And of course, Abbas and the co will be reciting the last verses of the Quran for a replay. And you know what it means when it comes to this field project. And that is the first official for you, Pafati.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallow. Of course, the sports committee might be praying for any of the sides to score here. But anyway, that is the beauty of the game, and of course, the beauty of the game.
And we also need to give a big tap to the security and to tell them obrigado. Thank you very much. They're playing a pivotal role. Just look at the ground. It is well organized. And the securities were here before you, Pafati.
Of course, the securities are all born and raised in the community of Banyaka, of course.
90% of them support Manchester.
Anyway, that is the security for you. Of course, it is half-time at the Banyaka football field, and it is half-time between Colombia and Green Ghetto. Of course, it is half-time between Coach Sadio Jallow and head coach Alassane Alfousseni Badji, and it is currently 0 apiece. No goals conceded by either side in the first half, and they will surely get back to the tunnel. Have some half-time discussion before coming back to the speech for the continuation of the live commentary. Of course, the continuation of this game, of course, in the grand and great final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club. And currently it is 0-0. Currently it is 0-0 between the finalists. Who is going to get the goal? If they are able to have a goal in regulation, of course we are heading, or we will be heading for a replay. And it is halftime. Patrick Omendi, it is halftime, and it is halftime, and it is currently 0-0 between Colombia and Green Ghetto.
Well, it's not a surprise to see these two sides battling into a 0-0 draw at halftime, because these are two teams that knew each other very, very well. So it's going to be very difficult. I think the two coaches need to do something at halftime, go back to the drawing board and resketch their plans, especially Colombia coach, because the midfield is almost a little bit destabilized. So he has to reassemble his midfielders, Kabu Choi and the like, in order for them to come up again, or else Green Ghetto, they have more experienced players. Ambience in Banyaka is always there. The security is always fantastic. The natives are always there. They are ready. I have not had where there is violence in Banyaka tournament. That's what I love. They have their own security. Bravo to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we will now hand transmission to Saliu Jallow for some half-time reactions. Until then, it has been Parliament for the Saliu Jallow, Patrick Omendi, and this is where we're going to have a hold on the live commentary. And do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. And it has been Parliament for the Saliu Jallow, Patrick Omendi, and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. And it is currently half-time between Colombia and Green Ghetto, 0 apiece, and it is 0-0 between Colombia and Green Ghetto. Saliu Jallow and the team, we will surely hand the transmission to Saliu and Co.
Well, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, now we're heading to the ambient section, to be precise, and I'll be going with Mr. Khalifa. And of course, Khalifa played a pivotal role here in the quest of course, helping the state sport committee to fence this field. And today, the sisters have answered to the Khalifa's call, and he's the father figure of this German Cafe ambience. It's Banyaka for you. You hardly see this. You hardly meet this, and this is just wrestling context here. You look at this. This is just amazing here in Banyaka around the center circle. The man in orange is of course a former goalkeeper, and the other one is a former striker. This is of course Bakari versus his brother. It is brotherhood wrestling here in Banyaka. This only happened here, ladies and gentlemen, and they are really making it lively here. We are just loving this right now. Usman and LSTV must be loving this. And now, Khalifa, dama bëgg nga wax ñu tuuti rek ci wàllum ndimbal bi boo xam ne yaa ngay jàppale sport committee bi ci wàllum ciment pour ñu fence fil bi ni la moo waral loolu Khalifa.
Salou man dama gis ne fii laa juddoo fii laa yoroo nga ñoom ñu bëri ñii ñeneen ñi suma faada lañ ñeneen ñi suma yaay lañ ñeneen ñi we are brothers so suma tanee si community bi dama gis ne fii laa ko war a indi pour ñun ñëpp ñu moom ko so lii moo waral ma gis ne ok loolu war naa si dugal xaalis si fence fil bi ak dimbale njaboot yi so moo tax daal man daal Saliou dama gis ne des na dama war a def moo te yàlla baax na maa ngi try pour yokk suma loxo si affaire fil bi.
waaw ñu ngi gis tey sa sista yi ñu ngi indi ambiance ñi ñan la nii.
ñi ñooy jaamaan kafo man lañ téye ase faada si kër gi dama ndaw rek waaye dama gis ne ok ñoom it man lañ gis man lañ yaakaar ase faada ñu ne man doy naa leen pour nekk seen papa so moo tax su ma ootee fii rek ñoom daal dañoo bàyyi seen liggéey ñëpp ñëw fii nii ñëw teew kontaan naa seen
lan nga feel tey Khalifa lan nga feel tey
Salou tey moom xanaa jooy kontaan naa bi xaw ma kontaan nu mel so man suma kontaanee rek ñoom it kontaan nañ loolu moo waral nga gis leen nuñ mel nii.
dama bëgg nga dem si biir nga nuyante ak gaay caméra bi jël la dama bëgg nga dugg si biir rek. This is Khalifa for you, Khalifa Baji, the father figure of this Kafo, to be precise, the budding Kafo, and of course the Jolas will tell you the Sofora, the Jukora, the Manyora, and this is just amazing, and Khalifa have been supporting Gasu football in this community, Banyaka, giving them cements, bag of cements. Thank you very much, Khalifa. Thank you very much. And of course, LSTV are here. We are loving this. And Usman is absolutely loving this. Khalifa, la mooy sa bëjëntel kaddu ak sista yi nii.
ñii kay ñoom Salou ñu ne fal fu may dee ñoom tamit foofu la ñoo dee. so moo tax daal su ma amee nakar ñëw nañ su ma amee bànneex ñëw nañ so ñii daal man mënu ma leen fay Salou ñii man mënu ma leen fay ñii ñoo ma boot fii.
waaye gis naa ne yaa ngi feeja yaa ngi remember all this.
waaw loolu laa gis ñoom daal ñoom fu ñu nekk rek man foog ma feeja because dama fekk man kontaan naa.
Thank you very much, Khalifa.
Thank you, Salou.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we now head to the tunnel with LSTV. We take a short break and then we will be back with Usman behind the camera and the team. Thank you very much. We'll be back after this short break. Things are live. I'm praying for a winner. No, I don't want to be a winner. I'm praying for a player. Yeah. So that we can support them financially. Yeah.
Bukalum,
Welcome back to the Banyaka football. Green colors will be playing from our right to left from where we are seated at the commentary cabin. Of course, Parliament 40, Saliu Jalo, Patrick Omendi, Lamin Jiba and Cohen behind camera operations for LSTV. One is Osman Kamara. It has been a lively first half, and already the beginning of the second half. We are expecting to see another incredible and interesting second half between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. And we must have a winner in regulation. Oh, of course, we're going to have a replay. A replay between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. We were here in 2024. We never had a replay, and this time around probably we might be having a replay if there isn't a goal in regulation. It is Colombia Football Club who floats that ball forward into the half of their oppositions. Green Ghetto this time around will try to guard that ball of the area, and decently done by the central defender, of course, for Green Ghetto Football Club, and the central defender just there in time to guard that ball of the area. And Green Ghetto will now rely on the goalkeeper Ibrahim Kamara. Of course, Ibrahim Kamara is also the team captain for Green Ghetto. Green Ghetto under the guidance of Al-Husseini Baji, and Al-Husseini is reliably assisted by Siaka Jata. In the opposite dugout is Sadio Jallo, and Sadio is having the assistance of Yunus Sadio. It is already the commencement of the second half. It is still Colombia nil, Green Ghetto nil. Are we going to have a goal? And if we are to have a goal, we will definitely have a goal in the second half. We play the entire first half without a goal, and it is just the commencement of the second half. Green Ghetto this time around, ball rolls out for a throw-in on the far side. It's going to be a throw-in for Colombia Football Club. Saliu Jallo both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half. That's going to be an early substitution, a double substitution coming from the defending champions, of course on cause of defending their crown.
Indeed, Pafati, welcome back into the final dance, probably the final dance of this year's tourney, sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang, and of course City Jame is off. We will try to get the other names. The number 15, the boy from Mariana, and you have a brother called Yankuba, and that is Matar in for Green Ghetto, a double substitution for Green Ghetto in these final touches.
Can I get the book? Let me update the book. They are around.
And indeed, the main man is here with us, together with the Vice Chair of Brikama Area Council. Honorable Botto Bojang is in Banyaka once again. This is his place. And of course, Pafati, your man is here, our man is here. That is Honorable Botto Bojang, the Councillor for Sanya Ward.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. We can say that loud and clear. Honorable Botto Bojang has just arrived with his high-powered delegation. Of course, he is the people's honorable. Honorable Botto Bojang, not only the Councillor of Sanyang Ward, he is the Councillor of Congo South, the Councillor of West Coast Region, and the Councillor for the entire country. A giant and a huge and a giant trophy. Probably for the first time, this type of a trophy coming to Banyaka. Sali, we are definitely amazed.
Well, it is not a probability. That is the hard fact. For the first time ever, we have seen such a trophy. Pafati, dollars have seen themselves in this trophy. This is just amazing.
That is the people's honorable for you. Honorable Botto Bojang has just arrived at the Banyaka football field. Not only to arrive as a spectator. Botto isn't here as a spectator. He is here with a giant and a huge trophy. 2 sets of jerseys, 10 balls, 2 for each teams, 4 for the sports committee, and each team will be going home with a new set of jersey, and also including 30 pieces of medals.
30 silver and gold medals for the champion and the runner-up. It might be today, it might be another day, but whatsoever the case is, we have Honorable Botto Bojang here, and now he's here. I will tell him, part of the auditors or the auditor of the Village Development Committee, and one time working with the Banyaka Sport Committee, did mention this, that Honorable Botto Bojang have won our hearts, and the opposition is a game over for you. So promoting grassroots football is what Botto does. The faithfuls of Kunkuja Mariama will tell you the story. They never have a goal net, but the coming of Botto Bojang, they have one, and many more. So Botto is everywhere, not only in Sanyang, but Congo South and beyond. Pafati, you know better than I do.
Thank you very much. And back to the live commentary. Of course, good to know that we are already here with the people's honorable Botto Bojang. Of course, not only the honorable of Sanyang Ward, the people's honorable of Congo South. We can say the honorable Botto Bojang of West Coast Region and the country at large. Already back to the live commentary. And looking at the trophy, this is of course a huge and a giant trophy. You go to most of the finals, they will tell you a giant trophy, but this one is a huge and giant trophy.
Well, I don't want to mention my neighbors, but then I went to a final in my neighbors. It was a Camilo Tony, and the winner went home with $4,000. That is not Banyaka for you. Look at this trophy, Pafati. Just look at the trophy. Aren't you amazed, Pafati? You are shocked.
Looking at the trophy, on a few occasions, the type of trophies that we see, probably one might tell you maybe a regional final, West Coast regional final, or maybe a national football final. But this time around, coming to a local ground, of course in Banyaka, he gave a promise.
This is type of the trophy that Real de Banjul were given in the first division.
Of course, yes. He came here in the initial final, promised the people of Banyaka that he was going to sponsor the final. And Honorable Botto Bojang will surely get the kickoff. And Honorable Botto Bojang will surely get the kickoff. And the kickoff will surely get us into the continuation of this live commentary. Of course, he is the people's Honorable. Honorable Botto Bojang already here with a high power delegation.
Well, I will mention this. I am born and bred of Banyaka, a son of this beautiful land where talents are produced. But Botto have already won my heart in the quest of promoting grassroots football. And you have been saying this, Salus Botto. And of course, he is of course a councillor by excellence. And we thank you very much for supporting grassroots football in Banyaka and Kombosar. I mentioned this on my platform. If you support grassroots football, you're my friend. But if you undermine it, you're an enemy of progress. And not only Salus' enemy, but he's doing wonders. And once a bowler is always a bowler. Botto has been part of a sport committee to be precise. And of course, he will give the kickoff to the vice chair for the Brikama Area Council. That is, of course, Mr. Ismaila Chalo. Mr. Ismaila Cherno Chalo. It is over to you, Mr. Chalo.
Ismaila will surely get us the kickoff, and the kickoff will surely get us on the way. And Mr. Ismaila Jalo is the vice chairman of Brikama Area Council. I told you earlier on, Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang isn't only here to grace this final. He is already being guided with a high-powered delegation. A high-powered delegation already with us that has already accompanied the Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang. This time around, he is in here as a spectator. He is the one behind this massive tournament, and for the very first time, the huge and giant trophy. Patrick Omende, I think this is definitely incredible coming from the Ward Councillor.
It is not a surprise to see Honorable Botto Bojang in this type of occasion. He has the heart of the youths. So no doubt it's not a surprise to see this giant trophy. This one, I think myself and you, we have to go into the Jimin Hall to lift this trophy. If not, I think even Kemo, the president of Banyaka Youth and Sports Committee, he has to go to the Jimin to lift this trophy. It's a heavy one. Bravo, kudos to Honorable Botto Bojang.
Thank you very much, and we will shortly hand the mic to Salih for some reactions.
Well, while Kabu Choi marries the ground, let me just take you through the short commercial break here. And of course, just a reminder, it is still coolest here, and we played 7 minutes in the second half context. The ambience is alive and well. We have the vice chairman, Mr. Ismaila Cherno Jala for Brikama Area Council here. Councillor for Sanya Ward, header there. And it's a corner for Green Ghetto. We have Honorable Botto Bojang, we have Mariama Jamba, of course, charity, the chair lady, that is the project management committee, Sanya Ward. You have, of course, Mr. Jalo, a member. You have Nyimasada Ture, a member as well. Mr. Sidia Bojang, Treasurer Combo South. Football Committee of Nyambai Ward Council as well, Mr. Mamadou Jao Jalo. Pies over to you.
Thank you very much, Salih Jalo, and earlier on Patrick Omendi. It's a crowded penalty area, of course, a crowded penalty area for the last year's runners of Colombia Football Club in trying to defend this. It's a corner for the Green Ghetto, and Green Ghetto flashes that crossing, and it's a thumping header coming from the central defense. Of course, it is currently 0-0 from the Banyaka football field in the Honorable Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka League final between Colombia Football Club, of course, against Green Ghetto Football Club. And Green Ghetto, of course, is a team established in the year 2017, already having 2 trophies in their trophy cabin, while Colombia Football Club established in the year 2024, of course, last year to be precise, and for the very first time of asking, they advanced to the final, and in the final lost to Green Ghetto. And Green Ghetto, the defending champions, currently hoping to defend their crown, whilst Colombia Football Club hoping to defend, of course, or hoping to win it for the very first time. Colombia Football Club dressed in white shorts, blue shorts and white and blue socks. Colombia now playing from our left to right from where we are seated, whilst Green Ghetto is currently playing from our right to left. And it's going to be a substitution. It's going to be an introduction coming from Colombia Football Club. Of course, Modu Balde will now be introduced. Who is he replacing? We have to wait. And Noha Sambo is coming off. More and more fresh legs being introduced, and more tired legs taking off.
Absolutely, it's a final. But then the ambience is alive and well, Buffati. That is the man coming in. Size and height doesn't matter. He might be, of course, changing doubters into believers. Well, of course, the likes of Baggio, the likes of course, many, just to name a few, Kung Aguero, the goals that they pour, they score are just outnumbered. You cannot count them. But this is the final where sometimes zeros turn to heroes. This is a final where, of course, you have never tasted glory, you taste glory. But then a final for the entire Combo South. And, of course, a final for Honorable Botto Bojang as well, Pa.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. Surely, we will hand the mic to Patrick Omende. Of course, Modu Balde. I definitely recognize him during the Combo South District Football Tournament. A fantastic player. Modu Balde introduced by head coach Sergio Jalo of Colombia Football Club. Patrick Omende, just a glimpse of the player.
Yeah, this Modu Balde, aka Javi, well experienced player. He can roll the ball to any angle. His legs are flexy like Messi. He is very, very experienced player. So I think the Green Ghetto defense need to be very careful with this number 9. He's very, very skillful.
He's definitely grateful. This time around, Colombia Football Club. And this time, the goalkeeper for the second time. And already the flag of the assistant referee is raised on the far side for a corner. But already the goalkeeper is currently down. Ibrahim Kamara, that nearly troubled the goalkeeper, Ibrahim Kamara, Saliu Jalo.
Well, that is Balde, the substitute that just came in. And of course, earlier on, that was, of course, a very good strike there from a set piece. But of course, Asauta is there to the rescue and they have to defend a set piece. That was Balde going there. That was his first touch.
That was, of course, another decent opportunity. A thumping header coming from the defending champions. Will they be able to defend the crown? And if they are to defend the crown, they have to get the better of Colombia Football Club, a side they defeated in the last final. It's already another opportunity for Green Ghetto Football Club, the defending champions. The defending champions will be hoping to defend their crown, while last year's runners-up will be hoping to lay a hand. Of course, lay a hand for the first time, and already there is a player down injured for the defending champions, Green Ghetto Football Club, and the central referee Suleiman Keita is already on the play, and Suleiman is having the assistance of Philip Korea, Ibrahim Job, and Kemo Diba, of course, serving as the fourth assistant referee. And in case you are just joining us, and also coming to us live on LSTV1, you are reminded that we're coming to you live from the Banyaka football field. Of course, if you don't know, from the Banyaka football field, it is the grand and great final of Honorable Councilor Botto Bojang sponsored Banyaka League final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. And to confirm that Honorable Councilor Botto Bojang has already arrived, and not only sitting here as a spectator, he is the main sponsor of this tournament, and in the final he has already arrived with a giant and a huge trophy. Set of medals, gold and silver medals, 2 sets of jerseys, 10 balls, 6 to the sports committee and 2 to the respective teams. Kudos to Honorable Councilor Botto Bojang. Of course, we call him, and I call him the People's Councilor, not only the Councilor of Sanyang Ward, the Councilor of Combo South, the Councilor of West Coast Region, and the Honorable Councilor of the entire Gambia, Honorable Councilor, Honorable Botto Bojang. Sometimes I talk to Saliu, I tell him, Saliu, you're Botto Bojang. Saliu will tell me, Pa, you're Botto Bojang. This time around, the defending champions trying to get something from this and already called out by the opponents, and it is Green Ghetto once again trying to unlock the defense of Colombia Football Club. The player still trying to go solo, currently having or being surrounded by the opposition player. Flash that ball on the far side. It's going to be another opportunity called out, and this time around Colombia Football Club on a defensive mission, and Colombia this time around will rely on the netminder Celestine Mendy, and Celestine is the custodian, of course, in goal for Colombia Football Club, and Green Ghetto is currently having Ibrahim Kamara in goal. And in this fixture, Colombia Football Club started with Celestine Mendy in goal, Kabu Choi, Fode Jaju, Ibrahim Ba, Ibrahim Jallo, Nuha Sambu, Babukar Sambu, Bolongs Koli, Osman Kujabi, Suleiman Kamara, Modu Sambu and Modu Balde. And already we have seen introductions coming from Green Ghetto Football Club, and Modu Balde is being rewarded. Modu Balde came on as a substitute for Colombia Football Club, whilst Matar Kamara and Modlamin Drame are the latest entrants introduced by head coach Alfusene Baje. It has been a lively contest, great contest between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Of course, it is the final. It is the final of Honorable Botto Bojang, sponsored Banyaka football tournament. It's going to be Choi once again. Another decent delivery, headed out partly. It's going to be the defending champions Green Ghetto to try to unlock the defense of their opposition. Caught out partly. Another defensive mission. Kabu Choi regain possession once again. Not for too long. Colombia Football Club will try to clear their line on the right side of the attack, and already the flag of the assistant referee. Before that, it's an infringement signaled by the central referee Suleiman Keita, and Suleiman is having the assistance of Philip Korea, Ibrahim Ajub and Kemo Diba, of course serving as the fourth assistant referee. Lively contest, great contest. We of course had an incredible first half and also incredible second half as far as this great and grand final is concerned between Colombia and Green Ghetto, and of course Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang is the brain behind this final and the entire tournament. The tournament is bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang, the People's Councillor, the Councillor of Sanyang Ward. On the far side is going to be Green Ghetto. Matar, great control and tone. Matar, of course, Matar Kamara was part of the players playing for Banyaka in the Congo South District Football Tournament. This time around, Green Ghetto trying to unlock the defense of the opposition. The goalkeeper to the rescue, Celestine Mendy. Celestine, tall and lanky. Both sides picking it from there, they left it. And Salih, this time around, I think we have seen a more impressive Colombia side, and also another impressive and more impressive Green Ghetto side. And as far as these two sides are concerned, we can definitely have a goal as far as the second half is concerned. But this might not be something that the committee might be praying for, to have a goal in the second half.
Absolutely, it's an end-to-end football now, Papa. The more of basketball, and that is a set piece won by Green Ghetto. The team in green to be precise, and that was quickly taken part. But then the committee will be praying for a replay. What a turnout! He turned out to be.
What a strike coming from Matar! And nearly troubled the goalkeeper. Decent delivery coming from Matar Kamara. But we believe the goalkeeper Celestine was equal to task by having a tip on that ball, and on the far side is going to be a corner for the defending champions.
Well, danger still not averted, Pa.
That's a corner, quickly taking Green Ghetto. Currently in search for a breakthrough. Will they be able to get it? Of course, is the biggest question. But Matar, since his introduction, has become a nuisance as far as this game is concerned. On the far side, the boys in white and blue, and Celestine, the goalkeeper, to the rescue of Colombia once again. That was indeed a great delivery, a great shot coming from Matar Kamara. Unfortunately for Matar, his shot never troubled the goalkeeper. The custodian Celestine was just equal to task. Patrick Momendi, it has been an impressive and improved side as far as the second half is concerned, coming from both Colombia and Green Ghetto Football Club. Can Green Ghetto get something from this? This time very close. Probably the marabouts of the sports committee might be at work. But anyway, it is currently 0-0 from the Banyaka football field, and of course it has been a lively second half. Patrick Momendi, it is definitely getting more and more interesting.
Really interesting, especially with the entrance of Matar Kamara. I watched him last time in this type of final. He's a very experienced player. So the Colombia defense need to be very, very much careful. He's also very dangerous, like Modu Balde, aka Xavi of Colombia. These are two dangerous players. Just look at the moment he entered, that shot, although not very threatening, but he was almost very close. So I think they are piling pressure because they have more experienced players here. You have Pamodu Koli, Matar, and then Lamin Bojang. So I think if they collaborate very well, something can happen here.
If they collaborate well, we will definitely and solely have something in this contest. Probably that might not be the prayers coming from the sports committee, of course, under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Kemo Jawara and team. Of course, Mr. Kemo Jawara is having the assistance of a reliable and competent team in the names of Lamin Baro, Abbas Chata, Lamin Toure, Abdul Kamara and co. Of course, the list goes on and on. In case you are just joining us, we're still coming to you live from the Banyaka football field. Of course, it is the final, sponsored and a tournament sponsored and bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang in the final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Of course, it's a 10-team tournament, and in the other group where we had Colombia, Holland White Store, Amdalai and Two Forces Football Club, it was Colombia that advanced alongside Holland, Amdalai and Two Forces Football Club. Green Ghetto in their group advanced to the quarterfinal alongside Tongkong FC. Foundation and Ron Mango Football Club, and in the quarterfinal, it ended Colombia 1 underline nil. Green Ghetto advanced over Holland Football Club, and in the semi-final, it ended Green Ghetto 3 Foundation 2, Colombia 1 Tongkong nil. And in the final, of course, it is the final of last year's, of course, 2024 final between Green Ghetto and Colombia Football Club. This one is a decent one, and no player to connect to that flashing in ball on the far side. It was going to be a simple tap in if they had a player. The new entrant on the far side was just late to arrive at the scene, but they already have two of the players down injured, one for Green Ghetto and the other for Colombia.
Well, my question is Ibrahima was going for an assist, but I believe he was trying to, of course, test the capabilities of a Sauta. But Balde was there, but he was very late on that occasion. But earlier on, there was a collision, but the referee allowed play to continue. That was another opportunity for Colombia to break through, but the proof utile Pafati.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. This is Combo South for you. This is Banyaka for you. This is the tournament proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang, the People's Honorable, of course, not only for the people of Sanyang Ward, the people of Combo South. You could remember, Saliu, he and his team facilitated a huge amount, a whooping amount of $50,000 a cash prize to Combo South District Football Tournament Committee before the final between Tujering and Tanje. And Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang, you could remember, facilitated $20,000 for both the finalists before the final, and he was also part of the team that facilitated a whooping $50,000. This is why I said, not only the councillor for Sanyang Ward, he is the people's councillor, the councillor for Combo South, West Coast region, and the country at large.
Well, he passed through community football, Pafati. He know the story. You know what they want, and of course, they have already give them their ears, and he's really supporting them. And earlier on, I spoke to City Kamara, the auditor for the Village Development Committee. He said, Honorable Council have already won the hearts and minds of Banyakans here. And I said, well, that is a clear message that the opposition is a game over for you. But they have been promoting grassroots football, you know, away, home and far away. And that is his mantra, that is his principle. And imagine, the winner will pocket more than 15,000 today, more than that. And the runner-up will pocket more than 15,000, more than that in this competition. With, of course, a set of jersey, with 2 balls each, with medals, 30 medals, gold and silver. Come on, where can you get this? If not the World Councillor, if not from the World Councillor, that is Honorable Botto Bojang. Well, memory can surely be there for eternity, and history will be written. But today is going to be a historic day in the history books of Banyaka community football. And of course, in the course of developing football in this village or in this town, Botto Bojang have played a pivotal role, and his name will be written in that history book to be remembered.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jallo. The game temporarily stopped, and already the green light from the central referee Suleiman Keita. And Suleiman is having the assistance of Philip Korea, Ibrahima Job and Kemo Diba, of course, serving as the 4th assistant referee. And of course, the match commissioner. I stand to be corrected. This is Abbas Jata. Anyway, I stand to be corrected around the area. Choi wrestled and rewarded by the central referee, of course, the Choi. And number 10, Kabu Choi for Colombia Football Club. It is currently 0-0. Is it going to be in regulation or a replay? If they are able to have a goal, it's going to be a replay to decide the winner between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto. Which of the sides will surely find the back of the net for the first time this evening? We have played the entire minute in the afternoon, and this time it's the run, and it's going to be a chase on the far side this time around for the defending champions, and Celestine Mendy just there in time to call that ball out. And not on the far side, it's going to be another start, of course, another start for the defending champions, and the defending champions will be hoping to defend their crown, and they will be hoping to defeat Colombia once again, a side they defeated in the 2024 final, and that final ended 1-0 and 1-0 in favor of Green Ghetto Football Club, but currently struggling against last year's runners-up. Colombia 0, Green Ghetto 0. It is definitely lively. We are definitely loving the atmosphere, and definitely loving the atmosphere. And then when the Honorable Councillor for Sanyang Ward arrived, we were extremely amazed. We weren't expecting this type of a trophy. We weren't expecting this huge and giant trophy coming from the Honorable Councillor, Honorable Botto Bojang. Not only the giant trophy, 2 sets of jerseys, 10 balls, 6 for the sports committee, 2 for the finalists. It's going to be a chase on the far side. Lamin Bojang, and the goalkeeper missed it. Another opportunity. Celestine, the tall and lanky custodian Celestine Mendy, was just equal to the task by delivering a masterclass saved around the 18-yard area of Colombia Football Club.
At one point in time, they will tell you Sergio and his technical side were sitting on an egg at a point in time, because Celestine have to rescue Colombia, and he have to keep Colombia in this game. But that fingertip have to save Colombia. It might be the turning point for Colombia in this final. But what a story to tell if that ball gets the back of the net.
If that goal should get to the back of the net, but anyway, it is currently 0-0. This is Combo South for you, and we are definitely amazed when it comes to turnouts in Combo South. We were in Sanyang last weekend, you could remember. It was a massive turnout. We saw a massive turnout in the knockout final, and we are expecting to see a crowd more than what we have seen in the knockout final. Coming to Banyaka, many will tell you Banyaka might, of course, is a smaller community compared to Sanyang. Cho delivers that. Partly done Colombia Football Club. And this time block in there partly. Another opportunity, Colombia. That's a second block in there by the defending champions, Colombia Football Club, who didn't want to lose again to Ghetto Football Club.
And it is a foul for Colombia to benefit again. That was the new entrance, the number 16, trying to, of course, wake the sleeping fans, the traveling fans of Colombia. But of course, Ghetto have a set piece to defend. We have less than 15 minutes to play in this second half. And now the committee will be saying, Aluta continua for a replay. But will the teams allow that Aluta continua? Remains the biggest question. But this trophy will surely relieve the sport committee. It's either today or another day to be precise. But this trophy will be remembered. But for the look at the giant trophy, it might be taller than one of the jolas in this field here.
There we go. It's a set piece at an incredible position. A giant wall assembled by the defending champions Ghetto Football Club, of course. The trophy, maybe if one of the teams would win this trophy, the committee will constantly remind them, Alina trophy not enough. Because the committee will be very much jealous. Anyway, giant wall assembled by the defending champions. This time, Colombia Football Club never troubled the goalkeeper Ibrahim Kamara.
It's where they are getting things very difficult. That is the final third. And of course, when it comes to set pieces. But you have a set piece to take. And you look at the man between the sticks. A goalkeeper by excellence. How will you beat him? Probably it needs extra imagination, or probably a Champions League of a mindset of a player to have, of course, that set piece, pass the showstopper in a Sauta Camara, to be precise.
This is community football, and community football at its best. You wouldn't have such a crowd in 1st and 2nd division matches.
Absolutely, that's why the faithfuls of Banyaka are calling on the Combo South Football Committee. That is, of course, Mr. Bakari Bojang, including you, the IPRO, to please and still pleading for you to open this year's Combo South Football Committee, football competition, like the next edition here, and close it here. That is their plea, and that is part of their prayers right now.
Should I also give a promise? Anyway, to the people of Banyaka, I am definitely going to recommend this football field.
Absolutely, and your recommendation is always at the highest order.
There we go. Back to the live commentary. Away from Combo South and back to Banyaka. Player Rasul and rewarded by the central referee Suleiman Keita, and Suleiman is having the assistance of Philip Kuria. Ibrahima Job and Kemo Diba serving as the 4th assistant referee. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. According to our clock. Anyway, that timing, of course, is unofficial, as the central referee and his officials are having the official timing, but on our clock we have under 10 minutes of normal time plus stoppage before the central referee will bring an end to this contest. The Marabu of the sports committee is currently at work. Are we going to have a goal in regulation? If they are able to have a goal, we will definitely head to a replay.
Well, I was in Combo East yesterday at Monday Naba when the committee were reciting the last verses of the Quran. But oh boy, Esa was there. and Madinatul Salam were the champions. They defeated the holders.
You were there in Brufut when we were trying to negotiate for a replay. You could remember.
And things fall apart.
There we go. Probably that might be the same scenario, but anyway, we have to hold on. We have to hold on. It's going to be a delivery coming from the defending champions. And the defending champions, Modlamin Drame, the new entrant, floats that ball forward, thumping header, and energetic boys. These boys are definitely energetic. They are all hoping to lay a hand on the giant trophy. Saliu Jallo, I want to believe in something. When this trophy arrived, the display coming from these young lads definitely changed. Do you remember that?
Well, Keba Manata, that is the message. Ngakili Wanyama, and they will tell you that. You look at the giant trophy. For the first time in your footballing career here in Banyaka, you are married to such trophy. Probably they will tell you we will have a similar one to in Kunguja Mariama. They are still praying, and they might go to the Shrine and of course pray. You have my colleague here, San Donald, a brother to Pope John Paul. Yeah. They might be part of the people praying and of course hoping that of course, oh boy, Honorable will come to our aid. But the council is always there. But what a trophy! This trophy have already injected these players to play better than what they were playing for.
Saliu Jallo, most of the times I ask myself this question: how is Honorable Botto Bojang? How is he able to do all this? A lot of communities are knocking on his doors, and it is very challenging, we all know, but he is able to answer to the call of each and every community, not only within his ward but also beyond his borders.
And I will respond the way you respond. Wokai, I don't know the answer, and I cannot answer that question. It's only the ward councillor that can answer that question. How is he able to do all this? The capability and
it's a decent delivery. Before that, Celestine to the rescue of Colombia Football Club.
That is an Ibrahim Agay of a type of a grip there.
That's a push and pull between the goalkeeper and the players of Ghetto Football Club, the defending champions. Time running out, and running out for both sides. Defending champions Ghetto and last year's runners-up Colombia Football Club. Lively contest, and the medics of course are already on the pitch to give assistance to the player in question. And the central referee Suleiman Keita is currently having a word with the goalkeeper and of course one of the players of Ghetto Football Club, Patrick Momendi. We are definitely amazed with the level of talent we have already seen here. Aside from infield, we've also seen massive turnout of the field. Not only massive turnout, but also the two sets of supporters are definitely on top of their voices, and their performance is definitely first class.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pamodo. As you said earlier, the Marabu of the sport committee is working. He's working and working. They want a replay because with this massive turnout, they want a goalless, and then we go home, reschedule it, and then come back. Because the two teams injected fresh legs, Matar Kamara for Ghetto and then Modu Palde aka Javi for Colombia, but yet still no threatening, although Ghetto posed more threats, but Celestine is there as a rescue. The Jesus Christ of Colombia is there for them.
Well, Pa, indeed, that one is a very good one. A good spot there. I saw a sportsmanship here. Sergio Jallo, the head coach of Colombia, want to signal his number 2, but he could not get him. He have to send Lamin Bojang, the striker for for Ghetto, to help him call his player, bring him forward. Let me connect the dots. But then you look at this game, Pafadi. We really want to come back here with Honorable Botto Bojang. We don't want this. From my own point of view, including the committee, now they will say thank you for being with us. We want this game to go for a replay. But just a reminder, yesterday it was between Tanzania and Madinatul Salam, a country versus a community. And today, it is a country versus a community. And yesterday, a country versus a ghetto. That is Ghetto to be precise. Yesterday, Madinatul Salam, the community defeated the country, that is Tanzania. But today, it's a different one. This time around, it's not a community, but a ghetto. But can the country defeat the ghetto? Remains the $1 million question now.
There we go into the final moments according to our clock. Anyway, into the final moments. Of course, this is unofficial. As the central referee, of course, Suleiman Keita and his team with the official timing. A marathon throw coming from last year's runners up, a glancing header. Another header coming from the defense. This time around, first ones of headers around the area. But already the central referee just there in time to spot that on. It is already an advantage to the defending champions, Green Ghetto Football Club.
The jump of Balde reminds me of Benayoun of Liverpool, when the commentator said the shortest player in the pitch rose the highest against Real Madrid and scored the goal. But he was almost, of course, being the culprit there. In fact, he's the culprit there, and the player on the ground was the victim.
There we go. It's going to be another substitution. Another substitution for Colombia Football Club, and Colombia this time around will get rid of Ibrahim Abba, and Ibrahim Abba of course is coming out for Colombia Football Club, and Colombia having a tired leg of introduction of another fresh leg introduced. More and more fresh legs being introduced by head coaches Sadio Jallo and Alfousseyni Ubache. Who is going to win it? Or are we going to have a replay to get the decider between Colombia and Green Ghetto Football Club? Already a player Rasul, and this time it's going to be another player as far as this final is concerned. But of course we all know the experience in this center forward can definitely be deadly as far as this final is concerned. But anyway, it is over. It is never over until it is all over between Colombia and Green Ghetto Football Club. Choi on the far side trying to twist and turn on the right side of the defense. This time around floats that ball. This time around it's a decent delivery, but never troubled the goalkeeper Ibrahim Kamara.
That was Choi, who one time had done the jersey for the Police FC in the Banjul, that is BCC, that is the Banjul Regional 3rd Division qualifier, that is the Police FC. He plays for White Store FC in Tuba, and you look at that, delivery from the number 10 to the number 19, his team captain. That could have been the call of the tournament, probably contender, but then a relief and rejuvenated Green Ghetto once again.
Of course, it is still nil apiece. Nil apiece, of course, in the repeat of last year's final between Green Ghetto and Colombia Football Club. And special thanks to all those monitoring this game live on LSTV1 on either Facebook or YouTube. Lamin Bojang chases the goalkeeper to the rescue, Celestine Mendy. He is one of the busiest, of course, if not the busiest custodians as far as this final is concerned. Seni Kamara is shown his marching orders. Flash in a yellow card by the central referee Suleiman Keita, and already the central Lamin Bojang is currently down. Lamin Bojang is currently down, and one of the most silenced player as far as this final is concerned. And probably we might be heading for a replay, and Lamin Bojang might be saying, I am waiting for a replay.
Well, probably there could be a replay. I don't know, they have a point of proof. But then, since the coming of Matari, he's been silenced also. Pamodu has a different half compared to the first half. Pamodu was more of like involved in the first half than the second half.
Pamodu, this time it is Colombia. The boys dressed in white and blue. Choi trying to keep that ball in play. On the far side, being penalized by the flag of the assistant referee on the other end. And in case you're just joining us, it is getting closer and closer. And we have already seen the signal from the central referee. Seemingly, it's going to be 4 minutes of additional time.
Well, the communique was like, how much? Nyatala, Jellum, and then the fourth official or the center referee was like, okay, let me give you the figure now downwards, and it was 4.
There we go. It is the defending champions, Lamin Bojang. Can they get a goal in the final 4 minutes? Lamin Bojang going solo, trying to dribble past his marker. Currently having it tough against the left back or right back. Flashes that crossing, headed out partly. Another opportunity for Green Ghetto to attack once again. Currently 0-0 is the score at the Banyaka football field. And are we going to have a late goal? If we are to have it higher, it is either going to come from Colombia Football Club or Green Ghetto Football Club. 4 minutes added on. 4 minutes for Green Ghetto to score. 4 minutes for Colombia to score. Or it's going to be a replay.
The committee will not be happy with this number.
There we go. 4 minutes of additional time. Lamin Bojang trying to unlock the defense. Currently having it tough against 2 of the players for Colombia Football Club. Back to the advancing player, Mod Lamin Drame. Mod Lamins this time around never troubled the goalkeeper, Celestine Mendy.
And now that is the Northern African tactics that is selling us now. And probably they want to go for a replay.
Probably they might be heading for a replay, but it is never over until it is all over. Patrick Mendy, it is getting closer and closer. They have to score in the final moments, or else it's going to be a replay to decide the final between Colombia and Green Ghetto. But before that, we have to exhaust that. Ball being cleared desperately by Colombia Football Club. Around the center circle, Kabu Choi trying to unlock the defense. Spreads that ball forward. Modu Balde, dribble pass one this time around Rasul, and of course, it's going to be a yellow card. At a great position for last year's runners-up Colombia Football Club to effect.
That is the most experienced player given a yellow card. Malam Bojang, Captain Black Stars of Madiana in Brufut, represent of course Madiana in the Kombono District 20. And of course Amadou Busquet will tell you, this is a ground where of course they play, this is a ground where they train. But then an opportunity for Colombia to change doubters into believers.
To change doubters into believers. Into the final moments. Final moments between Colombia and Green Ghetto. Of course, it is the great and grand final. A tournament proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang of Sajang Ward. Of course, the People's Councillor. Councillor of Combo South West Coast Region and the entire country at large. Already with us, and he has already arrived with a giant trophy. Giant and huge trophy. 2 sets of jerseys for the finalists. 10 balls. 10-6 for the committee and of 2 to each of the sides. It's a delivery. It's a set piece. And special thanks to all those monitoring this live on LSTV1 from the Banyaka football field. Kabu Choi blocked in there, partly another opportunity. Danger still not averted. The defending champions will try to defend that ball desperately. Another opportunity coming from Green Ghetto Football Club. It's going to be a defensive mission. Is that going to be a defensive blunder? What a moment! Oh! What a goal! Saliu Jalo. What a moment! What a moment from the Banyaka football field! What a moment for the defending champions! We were praying, the sports committee was praying for a replay. Unfortunately for the sports committee, the defending champions, oh yes, the defending champions, oh yes, the defending champions. Saliu Jalo, I'm still struggling to identify who is this player, who scored this late goal for Green Ghetto Football Club, we have to wait. Sekou Jaju is Sajo Baji. Sajo Baji is the hero. Sajo Baji of all people. Of course, he's going to be the most celebrated player. He is going to be the most celebrated player. Salif Jalo, are we expecting this? The answer must definitely be no.
Well, it's like it's a weekend to remember in my football coverage. Yesterday, Manadul Salam left it late against Tanzania, but today, Colombia or Green Ghetto left it late against a country again. It is of course Sajo who was there, of course, since in the first half from Madiana. Imagine coming from Combo North and winning the final in Combo South. Just imagine. And what's the moment? The first ever sponsored trophy by Honorable Botto Bojang will be heading to the Ghetto.
We'll be heading to the Ghetto. Final moments at the Banyaka football field. Are we going to have it in regulation? Of course, it is currently going to be settled in regulation if Green Ghetto is able to hold on. Lamin Bojang trying to go solo, drills that ball low. This time it's going to be another opportunity. Matar Kamara, ball being blocked in there by Colombia Football Club.
Well, to talk about the golden opportunity, the moment I saw Ibrahim Jalo miss that clearance, that is the defender boy, I was like, wow, what can they do now? And then the substitute, the other player lost it. The clearance was from, anyway, they were disappointed with that. But Sajo, that was a golden opportunity, and you now see one of the tallest stoppers in this competition heading for a set piece. It might just be now, and this could be the last kick of the day for Colombia.
This might be one of the final chances. Anyway, it is never over until it is all over. Kabu Choi, long and high one, never trouble the custodian Ibrahim Kamara. Time walking and time definitely running out. Could we say time has already run out and and the central referee is constantly checking on his wrist, and we could also spot that on.
Well, we also need the security on a standby just to help us here, and then we go through the usual decorations.
Anyway, it is all over. Almost over. Patrick Omendi, the central defender, might be kicking at himself. There we go, and it is full time on Green Ghetto. The defending champions of course have already defended the crown on Green Ghetto. Now has just defended the crown. Patrick Omendi, Colombia Football Club, conceded at a very bad time.
Really very bad time. It's just like last season. They lost it late last season. The same thing this time, and almost the same players from Madiana. Last time it was Lamin Bojang, and this time is who? Sajo Baji from Madiana. So Madiana players are very good, skillful. So that the moment that Ibrahim Abba missed that tackle shows that it was a 1-on-1, and Sajo Baji, well experienced player, that one no doubt to bury that ball into the net, pass selection. So kudos to Green Ghetto. The Ghetto has taken. So country. Sorry.
Well, Gassama is also here, Yankuba from Madiana Sport Committee. Well, indeed, they left it late to win the accolade, and they'll be crowned champion tonight, Pafati.
I definitely felt it. Honestly, I definitely felt it. For Colombia Football Club for conceding very late at the Banyaka football field. And it is all over, of course, all over at the Banyaka football field in the great and grand final of Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang sponsored league final between Colombia Football Club and Green Ghetto Football Club, and it is all over. It is all over, of course, all over. Of course, the champions Green Ghetto has just already defended the crown. The defending champions have defended their crown. Green Ghetto Football Club got the better, of course, got the better of Colombia Football Club by a 1-0. Of course, it was a late goal coming from Sajo Baji. Sajo Baji, of course, scored the late goal, and Sajo's goal got the decisive goal and decisive victory for Green Ghetto Football Club, and it is all over. And shortly, we will definitely hand over proceedings to the sports committee to have the presentation. Of course, the usual presentation, and of course, it is a giant trophy for Green Ghetto Football Club, and Green Ghetto will be going home with a giant trophy, medals, 2 balls, a set of jersey, and also the whooping cash prize. And equally, the runners-up Colombia Football Club will also be going home.
Cash prize is 20,000.
And Green Ghetto Football Club will be going home with a whooping $20,000 cash prize, while the runner-up Colombia will pocket home a consolation prize of $17,000 as per the latest information received from the organizing committee. Anyway, it has been a lively and a great display coming from the Banyaka football field between the players of Colombia and Green Ghetto Football Club. Kudos to Banyaka Sports Committee. Of course, we have to give a very big tap on their shoulder. Special thanks to all those monitoring this game live on LSTV1. It has been at the commentary cabin, Parliament 40, Salih Jalo, Patrick Omendi, Lamin Jiba and Co. coming to you live from the Banyaka football field, and it has been an interesting and a keenly contested final. Of course, the tournament proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang. Of course, this is definitely massive. Honorable Councillor Botto Bojang behind, and of course behind the whooping $20,000 cash prize for the champions, $17,000 consolation, a giant trophy, gold medals for the winners, and silver silver medals for the runners-up. And of course, it's also going to be medals and also balls for the finalists. 2 balls for the respective teams. A giant trophy. This is definitely massive, Saliu Jallo. And the level of organization here is definitely first class.
I just want to say one or two words. Okay, assalamu alaikum, Banyaka Kolu, Balbe Kontona, Altonal Kontongala. Temo Omar Jameleti, the World Development Committee, Ila Sports Chairman. Definitely Manyanaka Diamujang, but left to come in for Banyaka Kolu, Botto Bojang, ala leadership Ninkoro, ala agenda Ning, you saw me and come combo south, Natakala agenda Ninka promote. Botto have a mission. I enter coming fulfilled. When it comes to the young people, Bottomang, among any boundaries or so therefore, Botto feel I attack it already, saying as young people in Combo South, let's support Botto Bojang ala agenda. Isajako I hamo misoro Combo South here. Isajako aso hamoning as a fulfill no nyami. So use Melafia yina you rally behind Botto Bojang, Purukala agenda you support. So that I aim Mr. Combo South or West Coast so that he can achieve all those aims and objectives. Thank you.
DJ, we need more volume on this mic because we are losing our voice. But then can we call on the 2 sides, Colombia and Green Ghetto, please? Colombia and Green Ghetto. Or else we will ask the Honorable to go home with the trophy till further notice. Colombia and Green Ghetto, can we have your players here? Sergio on the side. Sergio on his side, can we have your players here? And we need Colombia. Well, they're celebrating with their fans over there. That is Green Ghetto. Probably this is from the camp. They have to execute it here. Well, early on, we saw the drama unfolding in the final minutes, but after engage Sampol, yes, Sang Nasri. Sang, you have watched the final touches of this final, but just take us through. All right, quickly, can we have Green Ghetto here, please? Green Ghetto. Well, viewers from LSTV, thank you very much. And thank you, the faithfuls in the diaspora, for supporting Banyaka Sports Committee as well. But then, we are still waiting on the 2 sides. That is Colombia and Green Ghetto. Well, they're still dancing over there. But we can have Green Ghetto here. Well, your overall assessment in this final. Well, let me engage Mr. Patrick. Mr. Pad, your overall assessment in this final?
Well, it was a really keenly contested game between these 2 sides. I love, even when one elder from Banyaka told me that it's a repeat of last year's final, I said, wow, I will try by all means to come and watch this game. So it is a really, really keenly contested game. Good game, composed, everything went well. Although commotion is there, but not inside the pitch, but it's outside. But I tell you, bravo to the security of Banyaka Sport Committee.
Thank you. And we thank Kalame Jiva from the Punch newspaper as well. My brother in the making. And then to each and everyone here.
It's basically you and Papa.
All right. I was told that the committee also have a surprise for Pafati. Not a land. You're saying here, not a land.
If it is a land, expect a woman.
Well, once again, we thank Honorable Botto Bojang, the councillor, for such award. Can we have the Green Ghetto players here? I only hope they're around. And Colombia as well. Or else we'll go through the normal routine via LSTV1.
We are waiting for certification. We now call Mr. Kemo.
Just to certify the Council of Elders. Green Ghetto, we haven't seen your players, or we go with the trophy.
You either take it or you leave it.
Can you carry it?
Well, if I can carry it, I'm here with my wife. I believe she will help me. We carry it together. She's around. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into the final touches of this final, and that is just to recognize the hard-working personnels. And now you're seeing the full package from the Honorable via LSTV1, the those in the diaspora. You can see Usman taking you through the sets of jerseys, the of course 10 match balls, 2 for the finalists, that is Colombia and Green Ghetto, and then a set of jersey for each, gold medals, silver, that is the Honorable himself, the smiling councillor of Sanya Ward. Well, they will tell you the opposition is a game over for you in Banyaka. Well, of course, referees will be giving medals as well for the first time. You officiate a final in Banyaka and you are given a medal. Proudly and officially sponsored by, thank you, the sport committee, and to each and everyone, the faithfuls, the sisters or the daughters to, of course, Khalifa, the man with the cement, supporting the field project here together with the Alcalo and others as well. And even the Banyaka Lower School Facebook page is alive and well. For the first time you're taking this trophy on the Facebook page. This one is made in Sanya Ward. That one is big. Thank you very much. And without much ado, we go through the certification process. And LSTV, yes. You just have to turn to face the camera, Mr. Barrow. Mr. Botto, you are live on LSTV, and you're very happy.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy.
Very happy. Thank you. And once again, we thank the Madiana Sports Committee for gracing this final, the Council of Elders. Well, quickly, they said they have a surprise for party. Is it a land or what?
Children's Sport Community are present. Their presence is acknowledged.
But also we acknowledge the presence of the Tujan Sports Committee. This is the land of peace and where talents are produced, Banyaka.
We also have Tangia.
And our noisy neighbors, Tanja as well. And Jolas used to sell firewoods in Tanja. Go nice. Wow. The personnel, 99% of them, so they're going through a lot right now.
Now we call on Honorable Chairman to come and sponsor. And Mr. Kemo will hand over the certificate. So you can announce that. Yeah.
And now we will certify the World Councillor in Honorable Botto Bojang. Honorable, please. A round of applause for the Honorable, please. Can you clap for Botto Bojang? Can you clap for Botto Bojang? He's the author, the architect of this giant trophy. Thank you, Honorable. Oh, you don't trust me with your back. Can you face the camera, please? Face LSTV. Face LSTV, please. Thank you. Can you face LSTV, please? Thank you very much. Yangalenge mbany. Mungi nono. Well, quickly, next. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you very much. Wow. Certificate with a red stamp. It simply means that he's already given a place in Banyaka.
Our security, our brothers in uniform, we call on Mr. Abbas Baji.
And our brothers in uniform, they will be certified. Mr. Abbas, the man from the State House, the PRO of excellence with his motorbike. He's officially the auditor of the Kombosa District Football Committee. Pafati, your man, Abbas Jata. You know, when he was going for the position. Can Umar Jaza come for it? Oh, the man in uniform, finally. Yes. Oh, no, we did not see that salute yet. We did not see that compliment. He was trying to give you a compliment. You ignore that, Mr. Abbas. You come up, you come there, you come. You come. It's not all the certificates, hold on.
No. It's for the whole security.
Oh, the whole security. Wow, amazing. Today they will have something to tell their kids. My jewelers. Ujikerumu. Inje certificate right.
We now call on Banyaka Sport Executive, and Mr. Bojang is honored to give this certificate.
Mr. Bojang, you're honored to give this certificate to the Banyaka Executive. The sports executive, Mr. Bojang. The man from Sanyang. Now Sanyang cool. We went to Sanyang. But then now Banyaka is trying to take the final away from Sanyang to Banyaka. Thank you very much. The chairman hardly trusts his committee members with his bag. So it is what it is.
We call on the referees and Mr. Sidi Kamara on behalf of
Mr. Sidi Kamara,
VDC is
on behalf of the plan over this to the referees. Certificates. A final organized. Thank you very much, Banyaka Sport Committee. And thank you, Honorable Botto Bojang.
For these people.
This is amazing. This is the final where securities are certified. For the first time ever. This is the final where referees are certified. For the first time ever. This is the final where the trophy, we have to visit the nearest gym to lift the trophy.
Okay. We now call on Mr. Omar Mane.
Mr. Omar Mane. If you do not see him, he's with a belly. Borom bir la de mom la mu ngi na le tok. Ibrahim Andong and Musa Baji. Please come forward. Kugata ki tumune bi wow.
I think they are writing their names on it. So this is for
Thank you. That is Umar. And then the referees will be certified as well. Just to get their names straight. Well, that is a Manchester United fan will live there. Celebrating their glory tonight. They will tell you what happens in San Memes. Or San Memes. Whatsoever you call it.
We now call on the city journalist and Mr. Haruna Koli.
Mr. Haruna Koli, can you come forward, please? And we will certify.
Mr. Pafati and yourself.
We will certify a brother and a comrade. I call him the man of God. The legendary Parliament Fati of LSTV. Pafati, come and receive this. You never saw this coming. And then, yes, Pa, receive yours first. No, turn, give Pa his call. Well, thank you very much. Pa, you have called me here.
Thank you very much, a colleague and brother, of course. They call us 6 and 9, of course. Wherever he is, I am always there. Of course, we are in Banyaka. I am now taking him to Nyofele. Saliu, Botto is here, and next time we are going to Nyofele. Anyway, that is Saliu Jallo receiving his certificate of merit from Banyaka Sports Committee. Congratulations, Saliu Jallo.
Thank you, my 9 and I'm his 6. Thank you, Bafati. And to the referees now.
We're going to complete Mr. Philip Korea.
Mr. Philip Korea, Bugumanja Gofur. Nantoi.
Kemo Diba. Mr. Kemo Diba.
Kemo Diba as well.
Ibrahim Ajob.
Mr. Ibrahim Ajob. Borom Cherebi. Mr. Suleiman Keita.
These are the lists we have.
Suleiman Keita, thank you. This side. Who is coming? Kansas City, hand over this. Is the treasurer now for the VDC. Thank you. Thank you very much. For the first time I received a certificate in Banyaka. I have to thank the sport committee and Honorable Botto as well. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. What is his name?
Philip Korea, Buguma Njago Gofur. Njago du de def de Sara rek. Nasri dafa Sara no way defut. Next. Ibrahima Diop. Cere bala nek toy. Thank you, Diop. Well, they are the only people that give God name and surname. Roxanne, the Serers.
That's my namesake.
Kemo Diba, a namesake to the chairman. Thank you very much, Kemo, the fourth official. A very brilliant panel. Quickly.
Madiana Sport Committee, Mr. Yankuba Gassama, and the Alcalo is one of the...
Can we have a representative from the VDC, please? City Valley. I thank you. Baro, quickly next on the agenda. Thank you. Can you have Mr. Kemo Ture turn over this to the supporting Mr. Khalifa Baji? Kemo is here and this is going to Khalifa Baji. They are celebrating Khalifa, the father figure. They know each other very well. Well, we give the devil its due to our mothers, our aunties, the Sofalit group for giving 50,000 to the State Sport Committee. Today we will acknowledge you and we will surely satisfy you. Can you have the president of Sofalit? Sofalit simply means that holy tide. Tell Mudegel. The Sofalit. Well, it's Alma Moture here. Sofalit family. The Sofalit. Holy tide. Thank you very much. Sanke na kubamba. And then we just want to call one representative
it. He's also a Man U fan. He's going through a lot. Jagale ngembay. Mungi nonu. Ikaran dijilat. Panyijuk. Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you very much. Quickly, I'm receiving white papers. But you have to receive the brown envelope. I told you already hang your books. It's Limam. Well, Limam was supporting Colombia. Another one, the man of the match of the third final. You know the answer. The man from Combo North, the man from Madiana. It's Sergio. The man of the match, Sergio, from Ghetto. Thank you. Well, the envelopes are proudly and officially sponsored by Jola, so I don't know what is there. If it is a letter of appreciation for playing, or thank you for playing, or thank you for coming, I don't know. Whether Sikoras is there, I don't know. But anyway, a certificate is given to him, or an envelope rather. Well, quickly, can we close the chapter now? The best fan club. The best fan club. Can you have Mr. Omar Jame turn over this to Colombia fan club? Colombia are the best fan club of this tournament. Colombia, can we have the president? Colombia FC, your fan club. Well, they are surprised. They never saw it coming. The president, yes, unexpected. And now they are choosing the leader. Community football, everybody is a leader. They just have to distinguish the hierarchy one. Well, I'm not far from Colombia. If I'm not coming, I can take it along. All right. Thank you very much. Well, they never saw it coming. And they have all the time in the world to celebrate today. Celebrate. Celebrate. But you have to dance. You have to dance for the honorable now. How can you be the best fans and still quiet? There you go. Hold this certificate tight. This is all in there. Okay. Thank you. DJ, thank you. DJ, is your wife from Colombia? I don't know. Or are you searching in Colombia? I don't know. Well, I know you are trained. You are a big scout. Thank you, DJ. Of course, with Mad Lion beside you, be very careful. Well, now to the runner, so I want, of course, a guard of honor to be given to Colombia. Ghetto, can you give a guard of honor to the players of Colombia for sportsmanship to continue here in this vicinity? And once again, we thank LSTV, Usman and the team. Tired legs. But 1,000 apologies, gentlemen. Usise na pa konsema kra. All right, hold on for now. Hold on. The referees have to receive their medal first, and then we go with Colombia. Referees, you can go through the guard of honor for the first time in history. Referees, we receive their medals, and these medals will be remembered, hung there at the entrance. Thank you. A round of applause for the panel of the day. Please give space for my TV. Give space for my LSTV, please. I want my camera operator to get everything done here. And once again, those in the diaspora, thank you very much. Obrigado, amigo. Thank you, my friends. Sakulin, a former coach of one of the teams here. Real Madrid Gazi here. Former Everton supporter. Omar Mane Sakulin. Gone are the days where we throw stones. Well, quickly. Wow. The Honorable, proudly and officially sponsored by Honorable Botto Bojang. Camera operator, just please. Thank you in advance. Thank you. Under the guidance of this central gentle Sokmani, Omar Mane. They will do it for themselves. I know. Oh, you help them because there's a senator in their midst. And you might remove everything. That is VDC or the Vice Chair for the Brikama Area Council. Thank you. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you for the official. Thank you very much. And now Colombia. Babukar, Samu on the team. Samu, you have to be at the back, Babukar. You have to be at the back. Can we have the coaches to follow? Yes, you have to join them. The technical side, join them. The players, Sergio and the team. They have been training, preparing. A space for my camera, please. A space for my camera. Please. Thank you. A space for my camera. Thank you, Maimuna. The hostess of the... Oh, Madam Barrow is in our midst. Thank you, Madam. My crucial family. Thank you very much, family. Can you return the guard of honor? Boy. Ibrahim Achalo and the team. I want you to return the guard of honor to, of course, Green Ghetto. Hard luck, Noah Sambu. Hard luck. Hard luck. Hard luck. Better luck next time. They came, they saw, but they couldn't conquer. Defending champions have to defend the title. Please, I want you to return the guard of honor. Colombia C. That is the 30-man squad. Medals, including the Kafa Sajo Chalo on the team, Mr. Jata, a referee for excellence, part of the Colombia side today. That is, of course, Mr. Jata. Thank you very much, Mr. Jata. And Kimanga, you have to stay for the runner-up. Okay, now first we hand over the jersey will schedule that later quickly. Quickly, we need to. But we have to present the set of jersey first, and then Ghetto Colombia will return the guard of honor after the set of jersey. We give it to them. Quickly, please. Anytime the Council of Elders are done with that. Can we, yes, the sport committee, can you come and help them here, please? The jerseys, please. And the balls. Can we have the team captain for Colombia? LSTV, are you okay there? Can you come this side to present this to the first for the sport committee? Where is the sport committee? Yes, okay. Barrow will represent the sport committee. Can you face the camera, please, Mr. Barrow? 6 balls goes to the sports committee. Massive from Honorable Botto Bojang. Thank you very much. Thank you. 6 balls. And then we now await for the runner-up, the jersey, and the 2 balls. That is, of course, Ghetto, Colombia. Babukar Sambo will receive this on behalf of Colombia. Please join them. A round of applause to Colombia and a round of applause to Honorable Botto Bojang. This is just massive. Thank you very much. They are happy. They are absolutely happy. The smile on Mr. Jada is a story of his own. Balu. What are some Karakili? Thank you very much. And now, thank you very much. Can we have Colombia to give a guard of honor to the champions of the land, Ghetto, boy, and the team, please. Can you come and give them a guard of honor? Babukar Sambu, can you return the guard of honor? A brother's sportsmanship at the highest order. This is football. That is matter with sportsmanship. They came, they saw, and they conquered. Is it Vini Vici? I don't know, the Italian way. But I only know they came, they saw, and they conquered. And now, just now, we call on the champions of the land, Ghetto, champions in 2014, 2024, champions in 2025, established in 2017, a knockout trophy in the trophy cabin, a league trophy in the trophy cabin, and now a double league trophy in the trophy cabin. The happiest bowlers. Congratulations to the champions of the land, the Honorable Botto Bojang, Senior League Tony, well sponsored. Well, there is a missing element, that is the runner-up package. The runner-up package. And I know we will wait on for the captain, the Colombia captain. Honorable Botto Bojang, I believe we need to give the runner-up package. Colombia captain. Colombia will go home with $17,000 as the runner-up package. Ghetto will pocket you. Siaka, a champion once again. A soldier crown champion. And now, just a moment. We will try to settle it out because in Ghetto, Colombia have to pocket home 30 medals. Okay, quickly. The Vice Chairman of the Banyaka Sport Committee, please can you give space to my camera? Can the Vice Chair come this side, please? Yes, sorry, excuse me, thousand apologies. Banyaka Area Council, I'm not with football. The runners of package 17,000 given to Colombia. Unlock. But this is massive. Thank you, Vice Chair, Banyaka Area Council, under the chairmanship of Mr. Botto. Can we have the team captain, camera, sorry, to receive the jerseys? Wow. You know, I'll seize this opportunity to show it on camera. Let me see if I can carry it. Those in the diaspora, LSTV, this is proudly and officially sponsored by Honorable Botto, Bojang, the Councillor for Sanya Award. Once again, a round of applause to the Councillor. A round of applause. I don't hear you, or else I'll go home with the trophy. A round of applause for Honorable Botto, Bojang. Massive. This one is taller than one of the jewelers here. If you can spot out, including Umar Mane and Co. Alright. NSTV, please can you give space to my... Alright, my camera operator, thank you very much. Gentlemen, thank you. Massive. 2 match balls, a set of jersey for the final. And of course, to the champions. Now they are taking pictures. And I'm telling you, Honorable, today, many profile pictures will be changed. To tell you the truth, today, this trophy, well, can we have the player of Colombia? The captain for Colombia, are you with us? Well, it's okay. A luta continua. Thank you very much. The faithfuls of UNA Sports Committee are here. The young boy can see Jangakati. Ciao. And now, wow. Honorable have to give the button. Empowering women at the highest level. Can you give space to my camera operator, please? Will hand over this. That is the first vice chair for Sanya Award. But hold on, the trophy is coming, Madam Mariama. I really hope he's Amutano. I hope you can carry it. No, you have to hold it. Take a picture. Yes. Good. Wow. And here